Women's lib, my dear Sally, is merely a fad which ranks somewhere between hula hoops and streaking. As Mr. Darwin observed in his Origin of Species, male superiority is the natural order of things. It is the male who fearlessly defends the hearth, the male who tirelessly provides for the needs of his family.
Are you sure that Darwin said that? Sounds more like McMillan to me.
Now here, we have a perfect example. Notice the manner in which this enterprising fellow hustles a living for his family. Notice also the helpless female, totally dependent upon her mate, and who lies there like a klutz. Not only do we have an example here of total dependence, but just plain out-and-out laziness.
Mac, I don't want to say anything, but your theory is a little cockeyed. You see, the bear that's putting on the show, that's the girl bear. The other bear, the one that's so lazy up there, is one of your people.
Nice try.
How much do you want to bet?
I believe she's serious.
How much?
I hate to do this, Sally. It's like taking candy from a baby. Name it.
All right. The loser makes dinner tonight. 4-star service and no help from Mildred.
Done. Now, I think tonight I'd like to have prime rib for dinner. I think that would be nice, perhaps. First, a nice dry martini, chilled to perfection.
Hey, no peanuts.
Pardon me, sir.
Samson and Delilah.
Well, we were just sort of wondering which one was which.
Oh, well, this one here is Delilah, and that one back there is Samson, the laziest bum on 4 legs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I gave the bride away.
Well, you can always take it up with Darwin. After dinner. For dinner, let's see. I think I'll have a Stilton cheese souffle. Just a moment. Thank you. I think I'd like something nice and long and cool before you get started.
You'll get ice water.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it was mice, and then I could go back to sleep.
You can, Mildred, because you've got the night off.
Night off? What am I going to do with the night off?
Well, go to sleep. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if I have the night off, I feel sort of obligated to do something with it, like, well, you know, go to my sister's and be miserable. You just can't waste a night off.
I'm sorry, Mildred.
Oh, everything's a dilemma. By the way, what's the occasion?
Oh, maybe he can explain it to you.
Apple juice.
Thank you.
Hey, why do I have to go to my sister's tonight?
You're free as a bird, Mildred. Count your blessings.
The commissioner has graciously insisted upon making dinner this evening.
Oh, another one of those dumb bets. And you lost again, huh?
Good night, Mildred.
I always heard you were very bright down at headquarters. How come you, keep losing all these bets?
Good night, Mildred.
Gonna make dinner again, huh?
Good night, Mildred.
Listen, are you sure you don't want me to hang around? I mean, you didn't win much with Chef Pierre in there, you know.
It's the thought that counts. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it.
Okay. Better get myself changed and get out of here. What are you going to make, Commissioner?
Souffle.
Oh, from burnt toast to a souffle. That takes guts.
Mac, you know, I think some of those nice little pizza hors d'oeuvres would go very well right now. How's it going, Mac?
Just great. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes.
I simply can't understand the problem, Mac. I asked for a simple Stilton cheese souffle with sautéed mushrooms, and you make it such a problem. Whatever happened to that famous male superiority? Mac, the door. Hi.
I'm looking for Mr. McMillan. I have a message for him.
He's real busy right now. I'm Mrs. McMillan. Can I help you?
I have to deliver the message in person.
Oh, come on in. Mac, there's somebody here to see you.
What is it?
Mr. McMillan?
Yes?
Could I see some identification, please? He doth raise his country's fame with his own, and in the mouths of nations yet unborn, his praises shall be sung. Death comes to all, but great achievements raise a monument which shall endure until the sun grows cold.
Georgius Fabricius.
Terrace and Fifth, 9:30.
Well, that's a terrific act, fellas.
Son, who sent you?
I don't know, a man.
What did he look like?
Well, I couldn't see much of his face. He had on dark glasses and a hat.
All right.
I didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Give me $10 to say that. That's all I know.
You are?
Bye.
Mac, what was that? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
I just heard from one. Dinner's ready.
Well, that was some kind of a crazy message, wasn't it, Mac?
Code. I haven't heard that word since I was with intelligence.
What did the part mean about, Georgius, what's his name?
Georgius Fabricius.
Yeah.
Countersign. Message was part of a eulogy written in 1550.
You mean one of your agency buddies is trying to get in touch with you?
Dwight Carmichael.
Well, that's kind of exciting, isn't it, Mac?
Yeah. Kind of weird, too. He's been dead for 30 years.
It is odd, sir. You get a message from a stranger to meet you here. He turns up dead, and there is not a scrap of identification.
That's right.
Well, it must have been important. I wonder what it was he wanted to tell you.
He said it was important. That's why I came.
Well, there must be something that we can go on, sir.
I have never seen that face before in my life.
Are you sure? That you don't remember it?
Just take my word for it.
Well, I'm only trying to help. No. Well, it is weird, isn't it? I wonder what it was that he wanted.
I wish I knew.
Maybe it wasn't Carmichael.
Oh, it was Carmichael, all right. Even with that face job, you couldn't mistake that scar in his arm. Burned in an air crash in Dresden.
Mac, what had made you think he was dead?
We worked together. He disappeared on a mission. A couple of months later, we heard he was dead. The source was solid, stone cold dead. Only he wasn't dead. Not until tonight. Now, how do I put that in an official report without breaching national security? Poor Enright asked me a couple of perfectly logical questions, and I almost bit his head off.
Mac, you're not in intelligence anymore. Why do you have to keep Carmichael a secret?
Because he was still a part of it. That's why he was working undercover. He had something to tell me, something about business, only he didn't get to tell me, and that's what makes it a problem. A security problem.
Why can't you just call someone in Washington?
Oh, sure, I could call Washington, but I'm not going to. He had something to tell me. Something to tell me and nobody else. When I find out what that is, then I'll call Washington. He's a good guy. I like that guy. I owe him something.
Where are you going to begin? He's a man who's got no face. He's got no identification.
This is all I've got. So I'll begin with this. I'm all alone in this, Sally. I may have to ask your help. Will you help me?
Always.
That's it?
That's it.
I'll tell you something. I think you need a chemistry professor, or better still, a clairvoyant for this job.
Could it be a Balkan mixture? That's what he always used.
Oh, sure. It's a Balkan mixture. It looks like a Balkan mixture. But which Balkan mixture? There must be 95 of them.
95, that's all? Gee, that's not bad, is it, Mac?
No, that's very encouraging.
Wait a minute. I think I know somebody that can help you. Did you ever hear of Rico Martinez?
Rico Martinez, the guitarist?
His father was a Cuban tobacconist. Rico is fantastic. He knows everything there is to know.
Sold. I'll look him up.
Mac.
Hmm?
What do you think?
Yeah, it does wonders for you.
Not for me, for you. On the other hand, you may be right.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Come, Sally.
Thank you. And may I know my audience?
My name is McMillan, Senor Martinez. I wonder if I could talk to you for a moment.
Of course. Commissioner McMillan, isn't it?
That's right.
And your companion.
Mrs. McMillan, Senor Martinez.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. McMillan.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much. And how can I help you, Commissioner?
Senor Martinez, I understand you're an expert on tobacco.
Well, of sorts.
I wonder if you could help me with this.
Balkan. It's a unique mixture. The man who smokes this is most discriminating.
He is, yes.
It's called Duvan Shateri, which is nothing more than Serbian for mixture number 3. Very rare in these parts. The only shop that may carry it is Selwyn's on Cable Street.
Well, that's what it looks like, but it's the only one I've got left. I was just about to mail it out to a customer.
Is this your customer? Is it him?
I think so. What's he doing on the ground like that?
Just, sleeping it off. I'd like his address, please.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't give out that information.
Right.
Here it is. Carl Reese, 385 Marlborough Street.
Thank you very much.
He wasn't really asleep, was he?
No. Here we are. Carl Reese, apartment B.
Suppose nobody answers, Mac.
Well, maybe Mrs. Goodbody will.
Who's Mrs. Goodbody?
The manager.
Oh, the manageress.
Right. Good old Mrs. Goodbody.
I don't do this for everybody. Next time it's gonna take a warrant. I don't care who you are. I'm not even sure this key fits.
Well, I certainly hate to inconvenience you, Mrs. Goodbody, but perhaps $10 more would help.
Everything helps. Don't take anything, or else I'll have to call the police. Don't take anything.
Well, now, shall we?
Just don't take anything. Did you find anything?
I'm not sure.
What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Carl Reese.
My goodness. Very good. I've got Greece, Turkey, Hong Kong, Spain, Malta, etc., etc. I'd say someone was planning a trip somewhere.
Any place.
Plus, turn it over.
To Carl, love, Laura.
Well, we've got something to go on. Can't say you did too much for this jacket.
Mrs. Goodbody didn't say anything about tearing clothes up. Yeah, it's something. Laura could be 3,000 miles away.
Look at this.
Can you make that out?
Dishwasher. Dishwasher. Maybe it's elephant. I don't know. If Carmichael bought this, he didn't buy it for himself. At a boutique?
Laura.
Laura.
Let's go.
Ah, Mrs. Goodbody.
I'm not sure what it says. It looks like a elephant
Or dishwasher.
or dishwasher. I better check the number.
Mac, what do you think of these? For after the baby, naturally.
I like them. Practical, too. Bulletproof.
I found it. One leather carryall, $46.50, and that was yesterday.
Who wrote it up?
Looks like BC. Must have been Bonnie.
Could I talk to her?
Oh, she's off today.
Free initials. Do you keep records on these?
Oh, you mean on this one? I think we do. Let me check.
Well, that was very good.
Not necessarily. There's no law that says you have to have initials put on them.
The thing is, not everybody bothers with initials. You're in luck. Silver initials, LR.
Two leads, Mac.
Laura R. Plus the very strong possibility that she and Carmichael were going to be traveling together.
Carry-all bag, right?
Which gives us the passport office to check. Come on.
There could be another lead. Laura R. could mean that she's married to Carl Reese.
Very good. Means we have a lot to cover this afternoon.
We could split up.
No way. You need a badge at the passport office and a badge at the Bureau of Records.
Right.
This is Commissioner McMillan. Let me have Sergeant Enright.
Excuse me, is this new passport? I think it's right over here.
No, this is my first trip out of the country, and I just can't believe it. Look, I've been studying French for 3 weeks, and I don't remember a word. Oh, maybe I'll see you over there. Where are you going?
We don't know yet.
Oh, well, have a wonderful trip.
Sorry to hold you up, Commissioner. We don't have anything on a Laura Reese. Got a few other Lauras for you, though.
Looks like we're out of luck.
Are you sure the application was filed here, Commissioner?
I'm not even sure the application was filled out.
Hi, Sergeant.
What did you find out?
Oh, nothing very much, sir, I'm afraid. If Carl and Laura Reese were married, it couldn't have happened in San Francisco. There's nothing on file at the Bureau of Records.
What is it?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing much, sir. It's just that when I pulled up here, I saw some guy sniffing around your car. Well, at first I thought maybe he was going to try and grab it, but then he got into his own car and drove off.
Get a good look at him?
No, not too good.
Wearing a green alpine hat and driving a rust-colored sedan?
Yes, sir, that's the guy. Well, who is he?
I don't know, but he's been following us for a couple of hours.
You didn't tell me that.
Did you get his license?
Yes, sir.
Good.
May I ask the commissioner something?
You mean, what's it all about?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's a little complicated and definitely not for publication.
I understand, sir.
Carl Reese was the man who was murdered last night. I knew him years ago under another name.
Well, shouldn't that go in the report, sir? I mean, we don't have a single lead.
It's definitely a security problem. He works for the government.
Oh. Well, do you want me to check out the license?
That's probably a John Doe rental, but yes, I guess you better check it out.
Right. By the way, Commissioner, you better get going.
Why?
Well, I don't know for sure, but it was on your calendar. Some sort of christening.
Oh, the ship. We're supposed to christen it. Sergeant, we gotta christen the ship. I christen thee number 7384.
That was a fine launching, Mrs. McMillan.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I don't believe it. Walt Harmon.
Damn it, Mac, it is good to see you.
I figured you'd be in some Albanian prison somewhere or a villa on the Riviera by now.
On government pay. You look like you've done all right for yourself, Commissioner.
Well, we're all both in the same business, public service. Sally, I'd like you to meet a very old friend, Walt Harmon.
How do you do?
You're very beautiful, Mrs. McMillan. And very lucky.
Thank you.
This is a little off the beaten path for you, isn't it, Walt? What brings your body to San Francisco?
Just passing through.
Is that yours?
He's a good man. He worries a little about the crease in his trousers, but he's a good man.
Would it be indiscreet of me to suggest that you two had worked together at one time?
No, that's a reasonable suggestion, Mrs. McMillan.
Call me Sally.
Walt used to be my boss.
Oh.
You got a minute, Mac?
Hey, take your time. I'll wait in the car. Nice to meet you all.
Tell you the truth, Mac, I've been in San Francisco for a couple of months. I really couldn't contact you.
And shouldn't now.
No.
That important, huh?
It is.
Carmichael?
Yeah, Carmichael. Mac, I'm going to ask you to lay off.
Where do you fit in?
What difference does that make?
All the difference in the world.
It's a powder keg, Mac. The agency could get hurt.
So could my department if I don't do something about his murder. Now, Walt, tell me what you know.
Well, I know he contacted you. I know you found him dead. I don't know who did it. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
I need more than that.
Mac, you've been around the dirty tricks business. You're a veteran. You know certain things have to stay in the can.
Murder is not one of them. Not around here.
That's pretty high-toned.
It's part of my job. Now, Walt, look. If I didn't think I was involved in a security situation, I wouldn't feel as if I had to keep this investigation low-key. Now, as police commissioner of San Francisco, I have to walk a very, very thin line.
All right. All right, I'll give you everything I've got, starting back in '64, when Carmichael slipped into East Europe, got himself grabbed, and didn't have the good grace to bite into that tiny cyanide cure. Fact is, over the next couple of years, he got less and less graceful. And you really couldn't blame him. A prison cell the size of a toilet will do that for you, especially when you know you're settled in it for life. So,
he sold out.
An agent never sells out. You know that, Mac. He simply exercises his survival flexibilities.
Which accounts for the plastic job.
And they give him a new face, a new name, and a new job.
Right here.
Exactly. Now they have a floater here who can operate with perfect impunity. An ex-agent whose face couldn't be recognized by our people in a million years.
Maybe you recognized him.
And had him killed. Hey, that's pretty good. You haven't lost your touch, Mac. That's a good scenario. It holds. Except it didn't happen that way. Carmichael came to me, gave me some background, said he'd be back in a couple of days with a proposition. Maybe that's where you fit in, Mac. Maybe he figured on you to play broker.
You knew he contacted me. You also knew he was killed. That means you had a tail on him. I'm just wondering if you had the same man on me today. Stamped out model like your boy over there, only with an alpine hat with a feather in it.
Mac, not one of mine.
Okay, well. You're not finished, are you?
Oh, did I leave something out?
Oh, I was just wondering how much you knew about that girl.
Laura?
Laura.
Oh. Well, I know as much about the girl as you do, Mac, which is nothing. Except she could be in trouble.
Why?
She was Carmichael's lady friend. Carmichael's dead. What's it going to be, Mac?
I can't drop it.
You are stubborn, Mac. You always was stubborn, you know that? Only, they don't let it get you in over your head,
How?
You got a job to do? Okay, do it. But keep it low-key.
Make it sound like an order.
All the way from Washington, Mac. People back there are going to be embarrassed about Carmichael. They get embarrassed enough, there's going to be some sound, there's going to be some fury. I wouldn't want you to lose your job, Commissioner.
Is that a threat?
No, no, no. It's just advice. Only if you really need me.
Yes?
Yes, I wonder if I could speak with Laura Rice.
She passed away 2 days ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was 86 years old, and she'd had a good life. Are you one of her girls?
Beg your pardon?
One of her girls from the Unwed Mothers League. Mrs. Rice was the president.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I must have the wrong person. Thank you.
Well, there's nothing to be ashamed of, young lady. We're here if you need us.
Does Laura Ricketts work here?
Laura, somebody wants to see you.
Coming! She'll be right out. Thank you.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, could I have a cup of coffee, please?
2 minuti.
Okay.
I must have covered 50 miles today, up and down the hills. Do you know what I am becoming? An expert on Lauras. Tall Lauras, short Lauras, fat Lauras, thin Lauras, little Lauras, big Lauras, Lauras that are married, Lauras that are divorced, and Lauras that are living in sin. I covered the telephone book, the welfare list, the voter registration. I'm out of Lauras, Mac. How did you do?
Nothing. Never left the altar. Today was bureaucracy's finest hour.
What about the unlisted phone numbers?
Enright checked them out. Not a thing.
What about that license plate, the man with the hat?
Dead end. Turned out to be a John Doe rental after all. He dumped the car 20 minutes after Enright spotted him.
Maybe that man with the hat doesn't work for Walt Harmon.
He works for Walt, all right. Walt was chief of my unit for 5 years. We went through hell and high water together. I know how he works. If the situation were reversed, I'd do the same thing. I'd put a tail on him.
Well, I'm not going to think about it anymore. Here comes dinner, and I'm starving. Does that smell good?
Enjoy.
Grazie.
You don't.
No, go ahead.
No, go on. Go on.
I hate to disturb you, Commissioner, but they said it's important.
Yes. What? No. I haven't. Right. Yeah, I'll be right over.
What was that?
Laura?
Our Laura?
Our Laura. She wants to see me now.
You're kidding. How did she find you?
Called home. Mildred told her we were here. Senora, look, you go ahead and finish. There's no reason for both of us to go over there.
Mac,
I'll see you at home.
Mac, I'm an expert on Laura. Remember?
Senora, it breaks my heart, but we have to leave.
Oh. Ernestina, do you have a doggy bag for linguine?
Looks like Harmon's called off his dogs. Sally.
It's so good, I hate to throw it away.
Stay down. Stay back.
Why would anyone try to kill me? I don't understand.
I don't either. That's what I'm going to find out. Why did you call me, Laura?
Well, it sounds crazy now, but... A friend gave me your number and told me that if I didn't hear from him in 24 hours, I should call you.
Carl Reese.
Yes.
Go on.
Well, it sounded mysterious and silly at first. I thought he was joking. But then I didn't hear from him, and I got worried, so I called you. And then this happened, and,
Well, now I don't know what's going on. What is happening? Is Carl in some sort of trouble with the police?
No, Laura. Carl's dead.
No. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I know this isn't the right time, Laura, but I have to ask you some questions.
I think I'll get you a glass of water.
You see, Laura, Carl was murdered.
Murdered? That must be why he gave me your phone number. He must have known he was in danger.
What do you know about him, Laura?
He was quiet. He stayed to himself. He didn't bother anyone. Why would anyone hurt him? Why would anyone want to hurt me?
Did he ever talk about his work?
Not very much. I knew it had something to do with insurance. Insurance investigating, I think.
Did he ever mention which company?
No. Oh, I think maybe he did once, but I didn't pay any attention. The home office was back east somewhere. That's why he could work out of his apartment here.
How long was he here in San Francisco?
Only a few months. We met when he first came out here.
And you were going to be married. You were going abroad. Where, Laura?
We weren't sure. We talked about it dozens of places. We were like a couple of kids. Everything had such a special excitement about it. It was wonderful.
What were his plans? How were you going to live?
He'd, come into some money. An uncle, I think. But that wasn't the truth, was it? He didn't tell me everything, did he?
No.
Will you tell me? Please tell me.
Carl worked with the government. That's all I can tell you. All set?
Yes, sir.
Laura, I want you to move out of here for a few days. I don't think anybody will bother you again, but I'd rather be on the safe side.
If you think it's better.
I'd feel better. Now, if you want to go anywhere, if you want to go shopping, to work, anywhere, I'll have somebody along with you to keep an eye on you.
Better put some things in the bag, I guess.
If there's anything you need now, Sergeant N right here, we'll get it for you.
Thank you.
And if there's anything that I can do, you just call me.
Thank you. Commissioner, I almost forgot. Wait. That's for you.
From Carl?
Yes, he said if I had to call you, I should give you that. But he didn't say anything else. What could it be for?
I don't know. Probably nothing very important. Now, Sergeant, I want you to take good care of Miss... Laura, what is your last name?
Rainey.
Rainey.
There wasn't any Laura Rainey in the telephone book.
It's not listed in the phone book. Not under my name, anyway. It's listed under Miller. I sublet this apartment.
Oh, it's you.
What did you expect?
Well, burglars, if it wasn't you.
Did we get any calls, Mildred?
Yeah, my sister. Do you want to hear about it, or do you have something else to do this evening?
Pretend you're paying for a telegram.
Okay. Let's see. She has the gout. Stop. She's very happy. Stop. She hears that only rich people get the gout. Stop. Love, Mildred.
Stop.
How was dinner tonight?
Well, have you got anything in the kitchen?
You hungry? Where do you get off being hungry?
Well, it's just not the same when you eat out of a container.
You eat $9 worth of linguine and you're hungry?
You know, sometimes you two sound exactly like my sister. I'll just go put a couple of cans of water in the soup. Oh, anybody want a melted cheese sandwich?
Fine.
I don't have any cheese.
You know, he made it tough. This key is a duplicate. Not a single identification mark.
Well, I don't know how Carmichael ever expected you to figure out what it's for.
Oh, I know what it's for.
What?
Key to a safety deposit box. There must be at least 25,000 of them in this city alone.
Why do spies always work in riddles? Why couldn't Carmichael have just told Laura what bank he wanted you to go to?
Didn't want her to know, probably. Didn't want her to get involved.
Well, I feel sorry for Laura. She's so confused, Mac.
He was playing good odds, Sally. If the key somehow got into somebody else's hands, whatever is in the safety deposit box would remain safe.
I see what you mean. Not just anybody can open up a safety deposit box.
Commissioner of Police can.
Now, there's an officer right outside the door if you need anything. Are you all right, Miss Rainey?
Yes. Fine, thank you. It's funny, isn't it? How people say they're fine even when the world is falling apart around them. What am I doing here anyway? Why is this all happening? It's so confusing.
Well, it settles. It always settles. People pick up and they start again, and then it's behind them.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Good night.
Good night. Sergeant, would it be all right if I used the telephone? A friend of mine may be trying to call me at my place, and I'm afraid she'll be worried.
You use that phone as much as you like. This is your home for a few days.
You're very kind.
Good night.
Hello. It's me. No. No, they've moved me for a few days. The new number is 555-5933. No. No problem. Everything went beautifully. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
No. R-E-I-S-S. Reese. Carl Reese. Nothing? All right, thank you.
Hi, Maggie.
Hello.
Hey, is he in?
He's in, all right. He's been on the phone for hours.
Oh, he's still on the phone. That's a bad sign.
I beg your pardon?
Never mind. I think I'll just go in and see him.
I see. Well, thank you very much.
Any luck?
No luck. I ran out of banks.
Is it possible that Carmichael used his own name instead of the name Carl Reese?
I tried that.
Oh. Maybe he used another name. How about that name, that code name the little boy told us about the
Georges
other night?
Fabricius?
Right.
Hey, you're getting very good. You know that? I tried that, too.
Oh.
There's something missing. Hello, Miss Layton? Yes, this is Commissioner McMillan again. I have another name for you. You're right. Stuart McMillan.
If you need anything else, Commissioner, please let me know.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
That's it?
What were you expecting?
Well, I don't know, $1 million, diamonds, something. Keystone.
Keystone.
What is that? Is that somebody's name? Somebody you know?
No, it's not anybody's name. It's agency jargon. Keystone means #2 man of the unit.
Ah, that's great. It could be any unit anywhere.
Walt Harmon's unit.
Do you mean to tell me that the killer is in Walt Harmon's unit? And he doesn't even know it?
That's it. Looks like Walt's gonna have to work with me after all, whether he likes it or not.
Well, that's not very likely after the meeting you had with him.
He hasn't got any choice. I have something he needs, and he's not gonna get it until I get the cooperation I need. It's as simple as that.
Magnificent, isn't it? All the drama, mystery of life in that fading light. Easy does it. There we go. Well, Mac, what do you think of my bureaucratic image these days, eh?
Yeah, it looks like your cover is finally caught up with your personal lifestyle.
The boys in the accounting office won't like it, but then we never did get along. Sally, won't you please sit down? I'm going to mix us something to drink. What would you like?
Something soft.
Something soft. How about orange juice, eh?
That'd be great.
What about you, Mac?
Oh, the usual.
Usual. That would be a martini, yeah?
Aha.
I know I don't have to tell you this, Mac. It's a funny thing. People attach a certain glamour to this business. Pretty soon, though, the glamour fades and it becomes just a tough job with an element of risk. And after a while, you get used to that. And then you discover that wonder of wonders, you're thoroughly jaded. You realize there isn't a single decent human being on the face of this earth. Except maybe the guy next to you when you need him. The next thing you know, 20 years go by, and you make another discovery. You're a professional schizophrenic. You start dividing yourself into reality and fantasy. And reality is what you've come to accept as life. Fantasy is what you suddenly long to escape to. And you know what it is you want to escape to? What everybody else calls normal. More than anything else in the world, you want to be normal. Because it finally hits you that you're lonely.
Thank you.
Nostrovia.
Cheers.
Well, Mac, I know you didn't come down here with the sunset, and I don't think we're hiding anything from Sally now, so tell me, what's on your mind, huh?
Straight?
Yeah, sure, straight.
You've been holding out on me, Walt.
Oh?
I knew it the other day, but that was your prerogative then. You didn't need me.
But that's changed.
That's changed.
You must hold an interesting hand.
I've got the cards.
Such as?
Such as I know that Carmichael was killed by one of your people.
That's very good, Mac. But then you were always good at that sort of thing. How do I know you're not bluffing?
We've withheld information from each other, Walt, but we've never lied to each other.
All right.
I'll make a deal with you. But you have to promise me one thing first. You help me bring in the killer.
You got it.
All right. Let's start with Carmichael.
Well, he came to me with a deal. About on par with your deal, Mac. There he was all of a sudden. Many years dead and buried Carmichael, standing there with that crazy Carl Reese face, telling me he was an enemy agent these days. Been drilling holes in the homeland for the past 6.5 years. But now he wanted out of it. He was through taking sides, and he thought maybe I could help him. Fix him up with $250,000 and some new ID. And in return, he'd give me a piece of information he picked up from one of his new colleagues. The name of the sleeper in my outfit.
Sleeper?
It's exactly the way it hit me.
Well, what did you say to him?
I told him I needed time, and I did. I don't carry that kind of money around in petty cash. I went through Washington. By the time they got back to me, Carmichael was dead.
Will somebody please explain to me what a sleeper is?
An enemy agent planted in an alien country, long before he starts functioning as an agent.
Happens all the time, Sally. A man emigrates to a new country when he's in his 20s, becomes a citizen, gets a government job, works his way up. By the time he's 35 or 40, he has access to valuable information.
Well, that's incredible.
What did Washington decide, by the way?
They approved the deal. You know, Mac, a big chunk of me was rooting for Carmichael. He was a guy caught in the middle, saw a way out. Gotta give him points, Mac. He did see a way out.
Well, he had to see a way out. He was a man that was in love.
But he didn't make it. Somebody killed him. Somebody tried to kill Laura, too, by the way. Well, she's all right. I've got her.
Okay, Mac. It's your turn.
Keystone.
Don't play games with me, Mac.
I'm not.
That's crazy. Where'd you get that?
Looks like Carmichael got to me after all. Let's call it a legacy.
Keystone. I'd have gone along with Santa Claus first. Look, Mac, I'm going to ask you to call off the deal. Let it ride, the whole thing.
I knew you were going to ask that, Walt. I can't do it.
Come on, Mac, come on. Think of what I could do with this situation. I could pull the strings on him.
Sure. He thinks he got away with killing Carmichael and continues to operate as your Keystone. And you just sit back quietly milking out his contacts. But you forgot one thing, Walt. Laura. Keystone thinks she knows too much. He'll keep after her.
Mac, Laura's no problem. We'll wall her up someplace. The East Coast, if you like. I'll pick up the tab.
You can't just shuffle people around like canned goods, Walt. And I can't just write off a murder.
And that's it?
That's it.
All right. I guess I'll have to live with it.
How do we take him?
I'll set something up. Call you.
What's his name?
Cushing.
Cushing?
Yeah, you saw him the other day, but don't let his looks fool you. He's sharp. Not as sharp as my old Keystone, though. I'll bet you didn't know that.
Would you mind taking a taxi home? I have a couple of things I better take care of first.
No, I don't mind. Are you sure you wouldn't like some company?
It's official business. I'll see you later. are you? What do you want?
I'm looking for Moby Dick. Oh, it's a boat!
Really?
Hi. Your official business sure didn't take very long.
My official business turned out to be a wild goose chase.
Don't get yourself comfortable. Walt Harmon called.
Oh,
Your meeting is tonight.
Oh.
Mac, I don't like this Cushing. He's got me worried. I didn't like his face from the start.
No, there won't be any trouble. What time?
9 o'clock at the roller bowl. Now, why would he want to meet you at a roller bowl?
Maybe he likes to skate. Enright? Me. Tell me something. Been roller skating lately?
He's in there now, waiting for me. We've used this place a couple of times for a drop, so he should be pretty tame. I know it's short notice, Mac, but it's better tonight.
Meaning you want to get it over with?
Let's skip the analysis, okay, Mac? I got him here. I'm not going to take him.
I don't want you to. It's my job.
It wasn't you, Mac. But he was somebody to talk to. You know something? He was so stiff, I almost got to like him. I don't like him anymore. He's yours. Watch yourself.
What do you want?
A root beer. How much is it?
Sign's over there.
Well, we'd better put out an APB, sir.
No.
Security again?
Something like that.
You all right?
And I thought you weren't getting involved.
Commissioner, this is the man that saved your life.
Wouldn't be the first time. You better get inside and do some explaining.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, I figured I better come back. He's got this damn sixth sense. Well, I've gone this far, Mac. I'll go the rest of the way. And don't give me any more Boy Scout talk about working together. You don't know where to look. I do. I'll bring him in. But it's got to be my way.
Yes?
Officer Ames, Miss Rainey. Everything all right in there?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Ames, it must be awfully boring out there. Would you like to come in and play some cards?
Well, I don't know. I shouldn't, really.
It'd be a good way to keep an eye on me.
I guess it is at that.
How do you know anything happened?
I talked to Sergeant Enright. He got away, didn't he?
For the moment.
10 o'clock, and all's well. McMillan residence, Mildred speaking. Yeah, if you'll hold on a minute, I'll see if he's here. We've got a world champion heavy breather on the phone. He wants to talk to you.
Who is it?
I don't know. He didn't breathe his name.
McMillan.
Well, my name's Cushing. I think maybe we better meet and straighten out a couple of things.
Well, I suppose I could. What's the matter with right? Cushing wants me to meet him at the airport at 11 o'clock.
Well, you're not going to go.
It could be a trap.
He just tried to kill you at the roller rink.
Cushing is supposed to be sharp. Now, he wouldn't call me out in the open like that. That's amateur night.
Why else would he call you? What could he be trying to tell you?
Unless he's trying to distract me.
Distract you from what?
Laura.
Well, this is ridiculous. She's got to be there, Mac.
Anybody for a three-handed game of poker? Well, what about a one-handed game of poker, beautiful?
Oh. Commissioner.
What happened?
Oh, she hit me. Why would she do something like that? I was protecting her.
Laura?
Yes, ma'am.
Go on.
Well, we were playing cards. Oh, you know how it is, Commissioner. I guess she got a little lonely being cooped up in here. Well, anyway, she said she was going to get a cold drink out of the refrigerator. Asked me if I wanted something. I said, no, thanks. And she gets up, goes past me, and bang, that was it. Went out like a light. Well, I'll be.
What?
I just realized something, Commissioner. She hit me with her hand.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir, I'm sure. But I couldn't in this world tell you why.
Well, something must have happened to make her do it. Something you said or did.
Well, I don't know what it could be. We were only playing gin. I'd already lost $1.37.
All right. Let's start from the beginning.
Well, I came on duty at 8. That's when Davenport goes off. About 9 or so, I knocked on the door, checked to see if everything was okay. Well, she must have been kind of lonely. Asked me to play some cards. Well, I didn't see any harm in that, Commissioner. So, we sat down and started to play. We must have been at it for about an hour. Then she gets up and clobbers me, just like that.
Nothing else happened? What did you talk about?
Well, I guess I did most of the talking. I told her about my 2 boys in college. Talked a little bit about being a ham operator. Things like that.
So you just sat there and talked and played cards, and that's it?
Yes, sir. Oh, there was a call. A friend of hers. It didn't last more than a minute.
What did she say? Exactly.
Well, phone rang. Hello? Joanne, I think. Yes, I'm still here. I'm playing cards with this very nice policeman. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Then she hung up. About 5 minutes later, she goes into this karate act.
What time did this call come in? Try to pin it down.
I'd have to say just after 10, Commissioner. A few minutes after 10.
Hello? Oh, hello, Commissioner.
I hope you're not too comfortable.
Not really, sir.
Good, then you don't mind meeting me at the airport in 30 minutes. Are you sure I'm not disturbing you?
Not at all, sir. I'll be right there.
Would you mind telling me what's going on?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, you know more than I do. Why are we going to the airport after all?
We're working on the assumption that Laura is a helpless little pawn in the situation, right?
Well, I'll give you this. She's a lot of things. Helpless she ain't.
What if Laura isn't who she says she is? Then the phone call makes some sense.
It does? Not to me.
Laura got her call a few minutes after 10, is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What time did Cushing call me at the apartment?
I don't know.
10 o'clock and all's well.
Mildred! That's when she answered the phone.
And a few minutes after that, Laura gets a call from a friend.
And a few minutes after that, Laura slugs poor Ames over the head and she gets out of there. Why?
Because somebody told her to. Told her that Cushing was going to be at the airport.
What does Laura have to do with Cushing? And besides, how could anybody know what Cushing was telling you over our phone? Unless our phone's been bugged. That doesn't make any sense. It's all crazy.
Not if Laura's the sleeper.
Laura? Laura is an agent?
Laura, or whatever her name is, finds out that Carmichael made a deal with Walt Harmon, the name of the sleeper, in exchange for a new life. That means she has to kill Carmichael to shut him up. Then she establishes herself as Carmichael's girlfriend.
She puts her own picture in Carmichael's apartment.
And the receipt for the leather carryall. The final touch was that fake attempt on her life. That set me up for the safety deposit box.
With Cushing's name on it.
She made Cushing her patsy. The moment I opened that envelope, Walt Harmon and I were on the trail of the wrong sleeper. I think Cushing's onto her. I think that's what he wants to tell me at the airport.
That is a fascinating theory. The only thing is, if Cushing isn't the sleeper, then why did he try to kill you?
Because he thought I was trying to kill him.
Huh. Where does that man with the hat fit in?
I don't know yet. But he's got to be in on it with Laura. I'll bet you he fired that shot into her apartment.
The man with the hat?
And if I'm right, he's also the guy who tapped our phone. And if I'm right, Laura and the man with the hat are on their way to the airport.
If you're wrong?
The action's still at the airport. I want you to stay right here and catch Enright when he comes in. I'll pick him up later.
Where are you gonna go?
Find Cushing.
I'd better go look for him?
I don't know, Sergeant. He said to wait right here.
I know, but I really think I should go look for him. Commissioner? I figured I'd better find out what I'm supposed to be doing.
Three people, Sergeant. Laura Rainey, your friend with the hat, and Cushing. Grab anyone that you can.
Yes, sir.
Laura!
Stay there.
What about the other one, sir?
Keep looking. This gun wasn't fired.
Do you think I killed him? No. Someone else got there first. But I wanted to kill him. More than anything in this world, I wanted to kill him.
All right, then. If it wasn't you, it was your partner. You're under arrest for the murder of Carl Reese.
Carl. You're arresting me for Carl's murder. I loved Carl. That's the man who killed Carl. He was trying to get out of the country. That's what I'm doing here tonight. Carl and I were on opposite sides of the fence. I started out deceiving him, but I ended up loving him.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Flight 900 to Geneva, departing at 11:30. Final call, please.
All right, I got a gun. Here's my identification.
Sorry, Commissioner. Why didn't you say so?
Why didn't you ask me?
Sir, may I see your boarding pass?
Why don't you fire, Walt? It's empty, isn't it? You might as well hand it over. Yeah. Might as well. I'm sorry, Walt.
I know that, Mac. Damn, but you're good. I didn't think you'd catch on.
The truth is, I didn't catch on till now. You're the sleeper. I'd never have found you if I hadn't found this. It's brand new, Walt. It couldn't belong to the guy I thought I was chasing.
His name's Tanner. He works for the agency, too. Looks like Washington was onto me, Mac. They sent him out to Bird Dog. And talk about your new stamped-out models. That is one hell of a clumsy boy.
Yeah. He couldn't even figure out where I fit in. He put a tail on me. Carmichael was blackmailing you, wasn't he?
Yeah. He'd found out who I was. He wanted me to provide him with $250,000 and a new identity, or he'd feed me to Washington.
What about Laura? How does she fit in?
Well, she worked in my section back in Washington. And while Carmichael was waiting for me to come up with the money, I played Cupid. Worked like a charm. Carmichael should have known better, but he fell in love. And, of course, I was figuring on knocking him off through Laura. Didn't work that way.
No. She fell in love with him.
Yeah. And when I found that out, I had to come up with a whole new approach. And then you came into the picture. Now I had to move fast, right?
So you made Cushing the sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
And you told Laura he killed Carmichael.
Yeah. She was ready to go after him with her bare hands. I told her we couldn't play it that way. After all, we had a police commissioner to satisfy, and we had to keep a low profile for the agency.
So you had to set the stage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You fired that shot into Laura's apartment, didn't you? You had Laura hand over the safety deposit key. All roads leading to Cushing. And I was supposed to kill him at the roller bowl, wasn't I?
Who would have put an end to it, Mac? And if I hadn't missed him, you know something, Mac? I'm getting old.
No. You wouldn't have fired with all those people in the way, so he escaped. Now you had to come up with another twist.
I didn't have any more twists until he called you. Because by this time, he didn't trust me. He never saw who shot him at the roller bowl, but he was beginning to get a whiff. And after all, I sent him there, right?
He knew somebody was after him. He thought it was you. So he had to get somewhere safe. But first he had to call me. What he didn't know was that you had my phone tapped. And when you found out he was going to be at the airport, he called Laura. Told her that her lover's murderer was escaping.
Yeah, but she lost him. I had to do it myself. It almost worked. It was a little improvised, but it almost worked. You see, I didn't count on you to figure that tap. I was smart, Mac. Then you took it one step further. You figured somebody'd be using Cushing's ticket and passport. Smart.
I had expert training.
I'm tired, Mac. Tired of playing games. Comes a time when you just get tired. Well, at least I finished it right, eh? First class.
Yeah, you always go first class.
Don't worry about it, Mac. I'm just as graceless as poor old Carmichael was when he got caught. I threw the cyanide away months ago. You know how tired I really am, Mac? I couldn't even kill you.
Commissioner, I got him. I got him, sir.
Let him go.
But, sir...
He's with the government.
I tried to tell you that. As for you, Commissioner McMillan, I think I better warn you right now that my particular organization is more than a little interested in your activities.
Thanks for the warning.
Mac?
Hmm?
You know, I've been thinking. Walt Harmon was an enemy agent, but he was a good friend, too. You know, people don't think of spies as human beings, but they are. I guess it's just a weakness that they can't help.
Or a strength.
I always thought of it as such a glamorous world. But Walt was right, it's not. You made the right decision.
What's that?
Getting out of the agency. Being a spy is dirty, dangerous business. I'm just glad you went into police work instead.
Being with me in my hour of loss.
Mildred, your Aunt Wilhelmina hasn't died yet.
Maybe she'll rally, Mildred.
No. I talked to the lawyer. He says this is it. Everybody in the family's been notified.
May I ask who's calling, sir?
We're friends of the family.
I'm the family.
Everyone is in the library. May I take your coats, please?
Thank you.
How's Wilhelmina?
She doesn't look good.
Sorry. You know the McMillans.
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
Is my sister here yet?
No, she
She phoned from the bus depot. The rains are later. She'll be here as soon as she can make it.
Roger, aren't you going to introduce me?
Oh, Sandy Adams, my secretary. My Aunt Mildred.
How do you do?
Hello.
Mr. and Mrs.
McMillan.
It's a pleasure.
Excuse me.
Well, Dr. Herpes, how is she?
Well, Wilhelmina would like to see all of you.
Is it the end?
Done all I can do.
Where's Halstead?
He's with her.
Doctor, you've done all you could do.
Yes, I've said that.
Sandy, will you go home? Willie? My dear Willie.
Mildred, dear Mildred. Don't cry, dear. I'm not afraid of the Grim Reaper. Where's Agatha?
She's coming, Wilhelmina. She'll be here soon.
Oh, Willie.
Shut up, Miguel. Where's my little Jenny?
I sent a telegram, Wilhelmina, but she hasn't arrived as yet.
I want her here with me. I refuse to die until she comes.
You can't mean that.
I can and I do. Now go away, go away.
I say, McMillan, can you give me a lift down to the marina?
Sure.
My secretary has my car. I live on my boat. Oh.
Agatha, it's all right. Stop it now. It's me, Mildred.
I just can't believe I've been standing on the front of me and it's not anybody.
Agatha, it's all right.
She's dead. She's probably dead and everything.
No, she rallied, darling. She's alive.
Alive? Rallied?
Right.
Can I get you anything, madam?
Bourbon and twist. Straight up.
What do you want?
Wants to know what we want? $341,000.53. That's what we want.
I told you I'd get it to you. Now get out of here.
Told us that months ago, and weeks ago, and days ago. Your credibility suffered an irreparable harm, as will your face if you don't cough up the money.
Look, you guys have been terrific. I know that, but there's nothing I can do. Now, my aunt's on her deathbed. As soon as she goes, I get $1 million. You guys get paid.
We'll take the boat on account.
I live here. Come on, will you? It's only a matter of days until she dies.
Make it a matter of hours. If she's not dead before morning, you will be. Ernest?
Madam, time for medication. Madam? Mr. Halstead, she's gone. During the night, sir. I thought you'd want to notify the family. Yes, sir. I'll call him now.
Sally, I'm home.
Yeah, we're in the kitchen.
Oh, great. I'm starved. What's...
We're relining the shelves.
Spring cleaning, Commissioner.
It's January.
Well, I don't like to let things back up on me.
You mean like dinner?
We ordered out. It ought to be here any minute.
Oh, hand me that roll of shelving paper down there, will you?
There's a letter here for you, Mildred. It's registered.
Yeah, no.
Been trying to get her to open it all day.
You know what this is?
How could she? She won't open it.
It's from a law firm. Aren't you curious?
Well, if I'm going to be sued, I don't want to know about it.
What's it for?
Mac!
It's her letter.
Well, it could be good news, you know.
Well, if it's good news, it can wait. If it's bad news, it can certainly wait.
Mildred, open the letter.
Hey, what about this? I'm in Aunt Wilhelmina's will.
That means you're going to be rich.
Yeah.
You could be.
You think?
Yeah.
How many diamonds can you wear at once without being gauche?
One. Okay. Hello? Yes? Yes, she is. Just who'd you say? Yes, just a moment. Mildred's for you. It's your niece, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny! Hi, darling. How are you? Where are you? Everybody's been wondering. You're in Aunt Wilhelmina's will? Me too. You're kidding. You're here in San Francisco? And you've got no place... Listen, she's here in San Francisco and she's got no place to stay.
Oh, tell her to stay here with us.
Oh, great. Listen, darling, come right on over. Yeah, you can use the extra bed. I can't wait to see you. Okay, bye. She's coming right over.
We don't have an extra bed.
Yeah, we do, if I sleep on the couch. Gee, I haven't seen that kid since she was a baby.
Where's she calling from? The front door?
That's the food. Come on. Do you realize that Mildred might have more money than we do?
If you paid her this week, she's got more money than we do.
Have you got money for the delivery boy? Agatha, you're back.
I know I should have called first, Miss McMillan, especially after you put me up without a peep. Well, Wilhelmina died. But I just want to surprise my baby sister.
Oh.
Where is she?
She's in the kitchen. Agatha,
And where is your handsome commissioner?
He's there.
I'll bet he's out solving crimes, doing something daring.
No, he's right there.
Oh, Commissioner, you'll never guess what happened. I was
You
out there.
came back to San Francisco for the reading of Wilhelmina's will, and you're planning on staying here as usual.
Well, it's all right, of course.
And you're too late.
Too late for what? Hi, Ag. Mildred. Oh. Yeah, a long time no see. Wilhelmina wrote me into her will. Me too. Oh, it seems like I've never been away. Well, you're right. You just left day before yesterday. Well, I'd better put my stuff back in your room. Yeah, well, is there a problem? I mean, I wouldn't want to burden anyone. I can always stay at the Y.
They can stay here, but you will have to decide where to put them all.
Put who all?
The food.
Hi, guess who?
Little Bo Peep.
Oh, Aunt Mildred.
No, Aunt Agatha.
Aunt Agatha. Aunt Mildred.
Hi, dear.
And you must be Commissioner and Mrs. McMillan. Aunt Mildred's written me all about you.
Well, it's certainly nice to meet you, Jenny.
Likewise.
My, you were right. He is a tall one.
Oh,
Well, don't let me disrupt anything. Why don't you all just go about doing whatever it was you were doing before I came in, and I'll just go unpack.
Unpack? And where are you sleeping, my dear?
In Aunt Mildred's room.
Ah, I know you must be exhausted, so let me show you where to put your things and you can tell me all about it.
All about what?
Anything, dear, anything.
You know, I've never witnessed a population explosion before.
She took my suitcase.
Ah, the food.
Bound to be more relative.
Don't joke, it's the food.
Great. I'm starved. I'd like 4 pounds of lean burger, 3 fryers, and cut them up for me, will you?
Some eggs.
Yeah, 2 dozen eggs, 6 heads of lettuce, a bunch of celery.
And some nice tomatoes.
Some nice tomatoes, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, any time today is fine. Thanks.
I think we should take that table and move it out.
Morning.
Morning.
Got any coffee?
Commissioner, it's none of my business, but did you know that an excess of coffee can upset the stomach?
You're right.
See?
It is none of your business.
Well, I'm just trying to be helpful.
Why don't you go and check out the living room for warts?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, honey. Want some coffee?
Oh, thank you.
Sleep well, dearie?
Yes, like a baby.
Are you guys still here? You better hurry up. You're going to be late for the reading of the will. Where's my purse? Hurry, Mildred.
Hold it, will you? Cab's not even here yet.
Well, I'm ready.
Isn't this exciting? Get your hopes up, dearie.
Oh, I know how Gulliver felt when the Lilliputians got it.
There's your cab.
Oh, well, this is it, the big time.
I'm nervous.
You want to stay home?
Not on your life.
Or Wilhelmina's. No offense.
Wish us luck.
Luck. Remember now, we split between us whatever money we get.
I admire your optimism.
Don't worry, kid, it's in the bag. She must have left us something. In the living...
Quiet. Do you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Neither do I. Isn't it wonderful?
And memory do make, publish, and declare this to be my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all former wills made by me. May I apologize again for this heating system. It's the second time this month that it's gone out. They keep telling me that they've got it fixed, but, well, yes. Article 1. I direct my executor to pay my just debts and funeral expenses as soon after my decease as may be practicable. Article 2. I give and bequeath the... Oh, Mr. Thornton, we've despaired of your showing up.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. I was unavoidably detained. Business.
I believe that you know everybody present.
Why don't we save all the social amenities for later, I'm sure everyone's anxious to hear the will.
Yes, well, let's see now, where was I?
We give and bequeath.
Oh, yes. I give and bequeath the following. To Miguel Esteban, since he has professed no interest in material goods but only in my love, the original oil painting of myself that he seems so fond of.
Win a few, lose a few, eh, baby?
Article 3. All the rest, residue, and remainder of my property, real, personal, and mixed, wheresoever situated in the assessed value of $996,000, I give, devise, and bequeath to my grandniece, Jennifer Carter.
What?
If for any reason Jennifer Carter is unwilling
Oh, I'm willing.
or unable to receive,
I've heard enough. This is a farce. She'd never leave everything to her.
this will is signed and witnessed. Mr. Thornton, please. You are named next in succession if Miss Carter...
Next in line? I'm first in line. I was the one who took care of her day in, day out, not her. She wasn't even here for her funeral.
We're all legally bound by this document, sir.
Oh, really? Well, hang on to your briefs, Halstead. I'll tear that will apart at the seams. We'll just see who gets what.
Roger, please.
Mr. Thornton, I must warn you that if you contest this will and lose, you lose everything. No settlement, no succession, no nothing.
I don't intend on losing, Mr. Halstead. That money is mine, and I'll get it one way or another.
Well, Roger, please.
Sandy, stay out of this.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Oh, what a sore loser. Well, just for curiosity's sake, Your Honor,
I'm a lawyer, not a judge.
or whatever you are, who's next in line after Thornton?
Well, you are, and then Mildred, and then Charity.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up, folks.
May I suggest that everybody stay in town till we find out what Mr. Thornton intends to do?
Oh, I feel so guilty. Maybe I shouldn't keep the money. Can I refuse it?
Well, it's highly irregular, but there's nothing to stop you.
Oh, yes, there is, Counselor.
What?
This.
They are right, Miss Carter. You should keep your legacy. It is, after all, your great-aunt's wish.
Well,
Let me drive you home. We'll talk about it.
and Agatha...
Mildred and I'll take a cab.
Wonderful. Let's go. May I call you Jenny?
Certainly.
Piranha. Piranha. Pure piranha.
No, I do not know who took care of the folding chairs last year. Chicken would be fine. Hamburger would be fine. I don't know which. Yes, I am the police commissioner, but the policeman's picnic is not... Mrs. Simon.
Thank you so much, Sergeant, for helping me move. I know how busy
glad
you
to,
are.
Jenny.
But
I don't
Mrs.
have
Simon...
anything else to do.
Charlie. Yes, I'll see that it's taken care of, Mrs. Simon. Yes, thank you. Goodbye. Charlie, since you have nothing at all to do, you are now officially in charge of the policeman's picnic.
Oh, Commissioner,
Oh, picnic, terrific. I love picnics. Can I help?
Oh, if you're going to put it that way.
Well, Jenny, I wish you'd change your mind and just stay with us.
Oh, thank you, ma'am, but I really can't impose any longer. I found a lovely little hotel not far from here. And thank you, too, Commissioner, sir, for everything.
Not at all.
Now, you have fun, and you take good care of her, Sergeant.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Jenny. I'm gonna miss you.
Well, just for a few hours. We're having dinner together tonight, remember?
Yeah, right. Here's your other bag, dearie. I packed it for you.
Thank you, Aunt Agatha. Now, about that picnic. Of course, we'll have lots of food and things to drink, but maybe we'll leave...
That's one down.
Yeah.
At last. Now we can get things organized around here.
Will you look at this place?
Oh, yes, look at this room.
Will that be all, sir? Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice stay.
Oh, I'm not staying.
Of course not, sir.
I asked for the best, but this is a palace. How do I look in satin, Sergeant?
Terrific. But, Jenny, this place is going to cost you a bundle.
I know, but I have a bundle. I could buy this room. I might even could buy this whole hotel.
Oh, well, I wish I could stay here and enjoy it with you, but I'm still on duty.
Oh, do you have to go?
I'm afraid so, but I wish I could stay.
Then you'll come back.
I accept. And, Jenny, just a slight word of caution. You know, San Francisco's a pretty big city, and there are lots of fast-talking types around, so you be careful, okay? Oh, listen. Here's a card with my downtown number on it, so keep it handy. They know where I am day and night. So if you need anything at all, don't hesitate to call.
I will. Thank you. You're a nice friend.
Thank you. Ooh, your key? And don't forget to lock the door behind me.
All right.
It's getting a bit late, don't you think? No, we have plenty of time. Where's the cab? Well, relax, will you? It'll be here in a minute. Well, the problem is that child is going to need some financial counseling. But what she's going to get is every two-bit fast-buck artist in town trying to climb into her bed. As it were. Is, was, were. What's the difference?
She can take care of herself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do I detect a trace of bitterness over the disposition of Wilhelmina's estate?
You betcha.
Well, it's not Jenny's fault. It could have been left to any one of us.
Then why didn't they?
There's a taxi. Come on.
Actually, she's a very lovely girl. A bit naive, but sweet, really.
A change of heart that has nothing to do with the fact that she is now the richest kid on the block, right?
Besides being older and wiser, not to mention taller, I'll just ignore that spiteful remark.
You don't see me complaining because I didn't inherit any money.
You never were ambitious.
Well, I have a steady job, which is more than I can say for some people I know.
Well, it's not my fault there's a slump in the market for office consultants.
Oh, that's what they call part-time help now? Oh, here it is.
How do I look?
Oh, courant, my dear. Jenny? Jenny, you here?
Mr. Halstead, please. Commissioner McMillan again. Mr. Halstead. Yes, I want the names and addresses of all the beneficiaries. Send the list to my office plus a copy of the will. Now, is there a clause in there about contesting the will? I see. In other words, if the court rules against them, they lose everything, right? I see. Thank you, Mr. Halstead. Yes, we'll feel sorry about it, too. Goodbye.
I'm gonna take Mildred and Agatha home, okay?
Yeah, I'll be home as soon as I can.
Okay.
No signs of a struggle, sir.
Thanks, Wes. Ted, I want a ballistics report as soon as you get it.
It'll be on your desk, sir.
Anything about forced entry?
Sir, when I left here, I heard her lock the door. It must have been somebody she knew.
Wait a minute. First, there's Wilhelmina, suddenly dead. And now, is there an autopsy report on Wilhelmina?
I don't know, Commissioner.
Well, if not, let's get one.
Yes, sir. Take a look at this.
One-way ticket to Rio de Janeiro under the name of Amy Lee DeVroe.
Yeah, well, what would Jenny be doing with somebody else's airplane ticket?
Maybe she bought it for herself.
Under a fictitious name?
She knew her life was in danger. She wanted to get out as soon as she got the money.
Yeah, well, I'll check out the DeVroe name, sir.
I want you to question everybody on this floor. Find out if they saw anybody going in and out. Also, check with the switchboard for calls.
Right away, sir.
And I want a complete report on Roger Thornton, including his financial condition.
Yes, sir. Come on, Wes.
A plan. That's what we need is a plan. It's Thornton. I know it's Thornton. But how to catch him?
Take it easy, Sherlock.
Aha. Sherlock Holmes. What would he do now?
Sit down.
Well, I think better on my feet.
Agatha, I'm sure that Mac is doing everything that he can possibly do.
But is it enough?
I think we'd all feel better if you would just sit down.
Well, of course. Why don't you just say so? Miguel Esteban. Now, there's a suspicious character if I ever saw one. You know who did it? Did you get any clues? Did you arrest anyone?
No to all of the above.
Well, it's got to be Thornton. Can't you just arrest him?
Agatha, that's not exactly the way due process works.
So far, his only crime seems to be greed.
Well, there's Miguel Esteban. Miguel, yes. He's chasing Jenny all around the place.
Chasing ladies, rich or poor, does not a crime make.
Ah, if you catch him, it is, Commissioner.
Well, you know, Agatha, I'm just going to have to think on that. In bed. Good night.
I think that's a great idea. I think I'll go to bed, too. Good night, Agatha. Good night.
That doesn't sound bad. I think I'll turn in, too.
Doesn't anybody realize how serious this is? Mildred! Doesn't anybody realize how serious this is? Somebody? Anybody? Tell me.
Mr. Thornton. Mr. Thornton.
I already have enough insurance. No, I won't sell my boat, and I gave at the office. I assume that you fit in there somewhere.
Your Aunt Wilhelmina's dead. Jennifer Carter is dead. I don't know who did it, but I have a lot of suspects, and I assume you fit in there somewhere.
Oh, Commissioner, my apologies. It's nice to know the demise of one little unimportant child brings out our city's finest.
Thank you. I notice you're not overcome with grief.
I hardly knew her. I certainly had no reason to dislike her.
She got all your aunt's money.
Look, Commissioner, I can save us both a lot of time. No, I don't have an alibi, but I don't have a motive either. You see, I have quite enough money as it is.
That may be. But your behavior at the reading of the will was, shall we say, less than gracious.
Now, that was a matter of principle. In spite of my devotion, my aunt despised me, my life, everything about me. Denying me her estate was the final insult.
I only have $11 in change on me.
You suspect me of murdering my aunt for her money, then murdering Jenny for the same reason. But you need evidence to make that arrest, so you've come down here to see what you can find. So here's my gun. Check it out.
Actually, I was just looking for an excuse to leave the office.
Oh, in that case, you care to go out for a spin, Commissioner?
No, thank you. I get seasick.
Why don't you give yourself a title? Like internal domestic consultant. Then you can ask for a raise. I don't need a raise. You're not in touch with your needs. Listen, well, the thing I want to be in touch with the most is lunch. The commissioner's due home any minute. Besides, I just got a raise. I assume you have the cost of living escalator? Listen, this isn't the Teamsters Union against big industry, you know. What's that? Oh, what is that? Don't touch anything. I have to get at it. Have you got a workman's comp? Oh, it's stuck.
Hello?
Come on out, you little devil.
What's for lunch?
How about that?
No, I'd rather have a tuna fish sandwich.
Isn't he amusing? Well?
Well, what?
Did you arrest him?
Who?
Thornton.
Of course not.
No wonder crime is up 30%. Nobody wants to make an arrest around here.
Did Enright call?
Yeah. They drew a blank on the hotel. Nobody saw anybody enter or exit except Enright and Jenny when they went in.
Any fingerprints?
Zilch.
Zilch.
Nothing. Commissioner, how well do you know this Enright man?
Very well. Why?
The power and the allure of sudden wealth, Commissioner. Then stir in a pretty girl, and you have all the ingredients of a crime of greed and passion.
You have a fascinating mind, Agatha.
It kind of runs in the family.
That's true.
I'm going out. Where to? Just out. I don't want to alarm you, Commissioner, but I have a feeling that Agatha is going to do something that we're all going to regret.
Well, she's just concerned, like the rest of us.
Concerned, yes. Like the rest of us, never. Tedrow Thompson Thornton, 1408. 1408. 1408. 1408. 14.
1408.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you doing here?
I'm from Temple Aid. I'm the new girl you ordered.
I didn't order a new girl, or an old girl for that matter, Aunt Agatha. Now, what are you doing here?
Well, I was really looking for your secretary.
She's not in the drawer.
Oh? Where is she then?
It's lunchtime. You figure it out.
Well, in that case, I'll come back another time.
Don't move.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna call the police.
Is that any way to treat a relative?
It's a way to treat a sneak thief.
The commissioner of police happens to be a very good friend of mine.
In that case, I'll talk to him.
Yes? Roger Thornton? Yeah, I'll take it. Hello, Mr. Thornton. Who? She what?
On top of it all, she claims to be a personal friend of yours.
You might call it that.
Look, if you sent her here to snoop around my office...
Take it easy, Mr. Thornton. I'll come right over.
I hope so. I could have shot her just as easily as not. Next time I catch anyone prowling around my office, I will shoot.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Who was it, Mildred?
I don't know, we'll never know, but he left these flowers, and by process of elimination, I can only assume they're for you.
How nice.
Yeah.
Let's see who they're
Is
from.
today something special?
No, well, it is now. To Agatha. To Agatha?
Agatha?
Who would send flowers to Agatha?
Yeah. Who would send flowers to Agatha?
I said that.
Well, I tell you, there's one thing we could do. We could steam it open.
No, we couldn't.
And then seal it right up again.
We just put the card right here and wait till Agatha comes home.
Right. Well, I have some things to do in the kitchen.
Yeah, I got a lot of things to do upstairs. Well, let's go do them.
Oh. I was just this far from finding something. I know it.
Matt, what are you doing home?
Just delivering Wonder Woman back to her lair.
What are you talking
Agatha,
about?
you could have been shot.
Shot? What'd you do? Well, nothing, really.
Nothing. Roger Thornton caught our Miss Marple going through his private office file.
But I thought if I could find some proof that he needed a lot of money, then we'd have Jenny's killer.
Agatha, this is no game. If he pressed charges, you'd have been thrown in jail.
Jail? But he wouldn't press charges. If he did, they'd know he was trying to hide something. Don't you see?
I gotta get out of here. I almost understand what she's saying.
Don't you worry, Commissioner. We'll solve this.
No, Agatha. I'll solve it. I and my department, you, will keep your nose clean. Is that clear?
But I...
No buts. You pull something like that again and I'll have you deported.
Mac. Well, Mac!
Can you deport a citizen? What are we gonna do with her?
I think we ought to just give her flowers.
Flowers?
Here you go, Agatha.
These are for me? That's what it says, but I think it's a mistake. I find you most intriguing. I would love to see you. Miguel Esteban. Oh, I don't believe that. It's inevitable. Well, so's the end of the world. Listen, don't you realize he's making a play for you because he thinks you're next in line if Thornton takes a fall for Jenny's murder? Besides, he's the one you said was a piranha. A hasty judgment. You're just jealous, that's all. Jealous of what? That I'm the one he finds intriguing. Miguel is obviously a man of very good taste. Hello. Oh, yeah, just a moment. Miguel doesn't waste any time. Hello? Miguel who? Could you please refresh my memory? Oh, yes, I remember now. This afternoon? Well, maybe I could squeeze in a few minutes. I'll check my calendar. Yes, this afternoon would be just fine. What time?
Your story is really fascinating. Tell me more about it.
Would you believe he held me at gunpoint for almost a half hour? Can you imagine?
That must have been terrible for you. I find you most attractive. We must spend more time together.
Mr. Esteban, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck, you know.
You're wondering why my sudden interest.
Well, no offense. It's just that a man with your talent, well, he's usually attracted by wealth.
I'll be frank. I am really worried about this poor child's murder. I was very close to Wilhelmina, as you know, and I want to see justice done. I think you are a woman of courage and conviction, and I think between the two of us, we can help solve this case.
And that's the whole reason?
Mm-hmm. And the fact that I find you, please don't take offense, physically entrancing.
You're kidding.
You're a very perceptive woman. Do you think that Thornton will be convicted for this murder?
Nope. Not the way they're handling it.
Why do you say that?
Well, any amateur can tell that he's guilty. But we have no evidence.
What about if someone could find the murder weapon? Do you think that will help?
Yes. Yes, it certainly would. But where to find it?
Well, it's common knowledge among some other members of the family that the man is a collector of guns.
Well, he has at least one that I know of.
He keeps several. At home, at his office, on his boat, at the marina.
I bet the police don't even know that, Mr. Esteban.
Call me Miguel.
Miguel? Well, I have to be leaving soon. I have a very important engagement this afternoon.
Oh, of course. Miss? Lunch tomorrow.
We'll see.
Sergeant Enright is here.
Good.
And also, I wanted to remind you.
What?
You know what?
No, I don't know.
What you told me you didn't want to know about.
Maggie!
The Carpenters.
What?
The Carpenters.
Oh, I don't want to see him. I told you that.
I tried to stop them, sir, but the entire building is being done.
All right. Just let me know when they're due.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think it's time to bring Sergeant Enright in?
Oh, yes, sir. I almost forgot. Sergeant.
Thank you, Maggie.
Want a sandwich?
No, thank you, sir. I've already eaten.
I've just been looking at the ballistics report on Thornton's gun. They don't match.
That's not all that doesn't match, sir.
What do you mean?
You wanted to see the Thornton report? Sir, Thornton is not just broke. He is so deep in that hole, he can't possibly get out without Aunt Wilhelmina's money.
Wilkerson Finance Company is into them?
Oh, very heavily, sir.
Well, they're just this side of Murder Incorporated.
You know, this is just a guess, sir, but they could have killed Wilhelmina.
Or put Thornton up to it.
Well, I don't think that he's the killer type, sir.
You'd be amazed what people will do when you threaten to turn their body into a planter.
Well, if you're going to put it that way, sir.
Anything on Jenny?
Not much success there either. I've tried to find some background on her, but so far I keep coming up with a big fat zero.
You sure you don't want a sandwich?
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm positive. You see, Jenny just dropped out of college and then she disappeared. Now, I've tried to find family. I've tried to find friends. She did have a college roommate, a Lynn Connors, but she's disappeared. And she received several letters from a fellow by the name of George Kimball, but I can't find him either.
What about the plane ticket?
Well, that's another thing, sir. There is no Amy Lee Devereaux.
Well, then she did buy the ticket herself.
Yes, sir, it looks that way. But if she knew that she was in danger, why didn't she just pick up the phone and call us?
All right, we'll call missing persons. Maybe something will turn up.
Yes, sir.
Maybe it's time to get Roger Thornton in. He may decide it's safer to talk to us.
Yeah, I'll get on it, sir.
Mildred? Agatha?
Three o'clock, First Street bus transfer. Arrive Marina. She wouldn't. She wouldn't.
Commissioner McMillan's office, please. Maggie, is Mac there?
Pardon me, sir. I'm looking for Roger Thornton's boat.
I'm not supposed to let anyone in. Everyone has his own key.
Well, I'm Roger's mother. Chicken soup.
I thought she was dead.
Do I look dead to you?
I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Thornton.
Well, you should be.
Sip 1900 de la Petite.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take her out about 3 miles, see if I can get some yellowtail.
Okay, good luck. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Looking for a woman who's trying to board Roger Thornton's boat. Have you seen her?
Oh, you mean his mother?
Mother?
Sure. They set out to sea maybe 10 minutes ago.
Where's the Coast Guard?
Right over there, Ocean Avenue.
Commissioner McMillan. I'd like to radio the La Petite. It put out about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they just radioed in, said they're on fire.
What?
Fire.
Why don't you check out Thornton's apartment? I'll finish here.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what happened here?
Sorry, no.
Was it an accident?
We don't know.
Well, then do you think it was murder?
Look, I didn't say that.
Hey, listen, who was the guy on the boat? Who was the lady on the boat? You want my coat?
No, thanks.
Who was the guy that got blown up?
Roger Thornton.
Hey, do you think this case has a gangland M.O.?
What?
Well, I mean, like, do you think the guy was snuffed? Offed? Murdered?
I don't know.
Hey, were you in the boat?
No. I always go swimming with my clothes on.
Yeah. This Thornton guy, is he a friend of yours? Relative, what?
Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm a stringer for the San Francisco News.
Well, shouldn't you be at practice or something?
Oh, come on, that's a reporter.
Look, I don't know a thing. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, nice talking to you, Miss,
Chadwick. Florence Chadwick.
This could be part of a bond casing. It's the same shape, thickness.
Take a look at this.
Yeah. It's blown apart. We can't say for sure until we check it out.
We can say for sure right now. I'll check with your office first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Agatha!
Agatha, I want to say something, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but you're nuts.
How could I possibly take that the wrong way?
I will never understand your way of thinking.
Well, I create as I go along. Reality is the moment. And life is impulsive.
Why do I have this overwhelming sense of defeat?
You know, this reminds me when we were children.
Oh, I know. I know.
Commissioner, the signature on the receipt for that registered letter from Jenny simply does not match up with Mildred's letters from Jenny.
Well, if Jenny didn't sign the receipt for the letter, who did? Her roommate?
I don't know. And she's missing too, sir.
Have we got missing persons on it?
Oh, yes, sir. We're plugged into that great big FBI computer. We're checking thousands of missing persons flyers.
Hi, Commissioner. How about some dinner?
I want to get a statement from Agatha first.
Oh, lots of luck.
Stay for dinner?
If you insist, sir.
Okay, I'll put another place on. What's a statement?
Oh, it's nothing to worry about, Agatha. It's just a precaution, a simple safeguard.
Well, sounds like the old third degree. Rubber hoses and all that stuff.
You might have seen something important.
Okay, you guys. Here's what I think. Now, it definitely was not a gangland caper, even though the M.O. had certain superficial likenesses. Now, Thornton was snuffed out, and and you think I did it?
No, Agatha.
I want my lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
You can't be in both places at once. Either arrest me or set me free.
Agatha, you are not under arrest. You did not commit a crime. However, you were the last person to see Roger Thornton alive, and you stand next in line to inherit all the money.
I do?
You do.
Oh, I forgot.
You are also next in line to be killed.
Killed? Somebody kill me? No. I don't want the money. They can have it.
Relax. Nobody gets a penny of the money until the case is solved.
Well, then how come Roger was killed?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Now, why were you on the boat?
And I won't go to jail?
No.
Well, it all happened when I told Miguel. You see, I told Miguel I thought Thornton killed Jenny. Then he said if we could find the murder weapon...
And you thought you'd just help out?
Of course.
Did you hear anything unusual? See anything? Find anything?
No. Just some unpaid bills. And I put those in my picnic basket.
Hey, something is burning. What is it?
Oh, it's my girdle. I was just drying it out.
Would you two gentlemen like to know what I did today? After I finished the grocery shopping, I got rid of a door-to-door salesman. And then I cleaned out the furniture polish that Agatha thought was the oven cleaner.
Well, if Agatha thought furniture polish was oven cleaner, do you suppose she put oven cleaner on the furniture?
Agatha!
First thing tomorrow morning, I want those goons from the Bookerson Finance Company in my office.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a drink.
Mac? Do you think that Roger actually killed his aunt for the money? My thoughts exactly. I have been reading Sandy Adams' letters. Pretty hot stuff in there. She was a lot more than a secretary. A lot more to gain. I mean, if Thornton got the money and she got Thornton. Wait a minute. This one's not a love letter. Listen to this. If you think you can dump me, you've got another think coming. I'm not going to let you waste 2 years of my life. Wow. That's one rejected lady. There's a motive right there. No. I just can't believe that she would know how to rig a bomb. I mean, if she was going to kill him, she'd probably use something small, something like a knife or a gun, something she could handle. Still, it's a remote possibility. It's worth checking. How do you expect me to solve this case if you never listen to anything that I say?
Oh, you got it all wrong, Mr. McFarland.
Millen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a bad ear for names. But anyway, it wasn't like you think. Roger and I had a good thing going, you know. It started off just a job, but all those nights working late, usual thing happens. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You work late sometimes?
Oh, yes.
Are you married?
Very.
Your wife should worry more about you. I mean, look at you sitting here all alone with me. Anything could happen.
Yes. Roger, now, you didn't know he stood to inherit his aunt's fortune?
No, not at first, I didn't. I fell in love with his mind.
And you felt these feelings were being reciprocated?
No, I thought he loved me.
Were there other women in his life?
For 2 years, everything was just fine. Then suddenly, he's getting all this money and poof, everything goes. Me first. Oh, don't tell me about Roger and all his women. I knew all about them. I didn't care. Roger was the kind of guy that you play, you know, while he's around. Well, don't think I didn't have hopes. I was really hurt when he dumped me. I mean, he was getting all that money, and I was getting the shaft. I can't decide. You pick one.
Oh, I don't know. They're all so uniquely you.
Pick the blonde one. Well, it was Roger's favorite. It's his funeral.
You know, Senor Esteban seems prosperous in his own right, sir.
Senor Esteban seems to be a lot of things, none of which I buy.
Well, what about Sandy Adams?
Well, that's a little easier. There are two possibilities there only. She's either very innocent or very clever. I've got a tail on her till I find out which. Hi, Maggie.
Commissioner, your office
If you hold all calls.
Yeah, the men are there.
From the Bookerson Finance Company?
They're here, but so are the other men.
What men?
The carpenters.
Hiya, Charlie.
Oh, hi, Pete.
Commissioner?
Hiya. You know him?
Yes, sir. I got him the job. He's my brother-in-law.
I thought you didn't like your brother-in-law.
I don't, but I love my sister. And if he doesn't support her, I may have to.
Commissioner, enough small talk. What are we doing here?
I'm trying to solve a murder, and I thought somehow you two could help.
Who was the former person?
Roger Thornton.
He's dead?
Blown to bits on a boat.
You have no idea how that pains me.
How much is he into you?
Way over 300,000.
And you didn't decide to make an example of him?
Are you kidding? Speaking theoretically, of course. You only make examples of small fish. A big fish like Thornton, you hope maybe a couple of broken parts will make the point.
Commissioner? I thought you might want to see this right away. It just came in.
Thank you. Oh, would you escort these two out, please?
Let's go.
I may want to talk to you again.
Always a pleasure, Commissioner. Come on, Ernest.
Anything the matter, sir?
Missing person flyer.
Oh, is it Jenny?
Well, it looks like her. But it isn't. Jenny wasn't Jenny.
Psst, Charlie. She was being impersonated by her own roommate.
That would explain the plane ticket. Lynn wanted to grab the money and run before anybody found out she was a phony.
Yes, unless whoever killed this Lynn Connors did so for an entirely different reason. But then we'd have two totally unrelated murders on our hands.
All right, but if Jenny's still alive, where is she?
Psst, Charlie. Well, I'll put out a trace on her.
I'll do it right away, huh?
Hey, Charlie.
What is it?
You're stepping in my glue, Charlie.
Come on, let's get out of here. Well, take your shoe off
Oh,
first.
yeah, right.
Charlie,
Ellie sends her love.
I got another shoe in the car, sir.
Good. No. I don't know. He says he's some big shot in the police or like that. But I still think he's a cluck.
I wouldn't have known where to look either, but Wilhelmina was always talking about Jenny being in college. You know, she was mighty proud of that girl. I know I put that address someplace.
You make these model airplanes yourself?
Yeah, I've always been interested in aviation. I've got a little single-engine job myself that I fly around on weekends. Ah, here it is.
Did she ever answer your letter?
Well, come to think of it, no. I'd always just get back a signed receipt.
A little unusual, isn't it?
Well, yes. Generally, most people will give you a written reply, but not always.
Well, thanks for your help, Mr. Halstead.
You know, Commissioner, I'm kind of embarrassed.
Don't be.
You know, I shouldn't have been fooled by that girl.
Yeah, we all were.
The irony of the whole thing is that if the murderer thought he was killing Jenny, he did it all for nothing.
Well, I've taken enough of your time.
Commissioner.
Four diamonds.
I pass.
Horse face?
I pass. Listen, Jenny is alive then, right?
I don't know.
She might be. Four, no trump.
Pass.
Yeah, she might. 5 hearts.
Well, I don't know what to think now. I pass.
7 spades.
I'll get it. It's probably me.
7 spades.
Yeah.
Hello? I'll see if she's in. Who's calling? Who's Sarah Farnsworth?
Oh, she's only the richest woman in San Francisco.
Who's the call for, Agatha?
Me. Hello? Yes, this is she. Well, I'd love to come. I'll have to let you know. Well, my secretary has me on a very tight schedule. You know how it is. Yeah. Of course. Of course, I'll do my best, dear. Goodbye. She's invited me to the ladies' auxiliary tea on Saturday. But why would she do that?
It's the grapevine. She thinks you're rich now.
But I'm not. If Jenny's alive, I'm not even next in line. Ah. But Sarah Farnsworth doesn't know that, does she? We don't have to tell her, do we? What was the last bid?
7 spades.
Double. You know what my horoscope said today?
What?
Spent a lot of money today. Well, how do I look?
Very nice.
Commissioner, very nice isn't exactly what I had in mind. I want to look worldly.
What I'm worried about is otherworldly.
Otherworldly?
As in dead, Toots.
But you said that
I know what I said. I just think it would be kind of nice if you hung around here for a while without running around all over town. Till we solve this thing. Mildred, will you tell her I'm concerned for her safety?
Mildred, will you tell the commissioner I appreciate his concern, but I have a lunch date with Miguel Esteban, and I refuse to break it.
Reschedule it.
One must strike whilst the iron is hot.
Would you tell her the murderer may feel the same way?
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Are you going to think about it?
Yeah.
Good. Whilst you're thinking about it, you can help me clean the house.
Mi amor, mariquita linda, ya me voy porque tú ya no me quieres como yo te quiero a ti. Me voy porque tus desdenes sin piedad han herido para siempre a mi pobre corazón. Adiós, vida de mi vida, la causa de mi dolor, el amor de mis amores, el perfume de mis flores.
You are absolutely exquisite, my dear Agatha.
Oh, thank you, Mickey.
A fitting end to a near-perfect afternoon will be a visit to my apartment. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
Besides, I want so desperately to be alone with you.
But we're alone here.
No. Away from prying eyes. I want to show you my rock sauna.
What prying eyes?
That guy at the bar.
Let's get out of here.
I promise you, you will not regret this momentous decision.
No. I mean, I want you to take me back to Mildred's.
To Mildred's?
Now. That guy gives me the creeps.
What about my place? My rock sauna.
Oh, just control yourself, if you can.
I don't understand.
You don't care about my safety?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. But if it's just that I don't know.
Now, if you
every
care for
time
me, you'll wait just a little longer until we get all this business straightened out, and then I'll feel safe no matter where I go, including your sauna.
Of course. I take you home.
You're welcome. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Commissioner.
Hello? Well, hang in there. Goodbye.
There's one thing I don't understand.
What?
I said there's one thing I don't understand. I don't understand how Miguel Esteban keeps alive. I mean, he doesn't have a bank account. He only has credit cards.
All he has is credit cards, and he owes them all a bundle.
Must be desperate for the money.
Yeah, but killing's not his style, sir. He's a gigolo.
Besides, why does he keep romancing Agatha when Thornton is the next beneficiary?
Coming out with Agatha before Thornton's death convinces her he's not after her money. Once he gets his hooks into her, he kills Thornton.
Agatha has the money, and Miguel has Agatha.
Right.
Thank you, Nero Wolfe.
There is one problem, sir.
What's that?
Do you think he can keep up with Agatha for the rest of his life?
A man who'd killed twice wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
Well, that could mean that Agatha is in very grave danger, sir.
I'm afraid so.
Charlie, who's Nero Wolfe?
It's all wrong, and I know what I'm talking about. I don't label your meat.
It looks like a 5 to me. $5.98.
That is definitely not a 5. It would be a 6 before it would be a 5. No. You know what it is? It's a 4. $4.98.
Lady, I got a lot of customers in line here.
Well, I have a lot of hungry people at home. So let's just get a pencil and paper and figure it out. May I borrow your pencil, please? Thank you. Now, let's see. That's 5.37 pounds at the... Do I have to move the decimal point?
Okay, lady, okay. You can have it for $4.98.
Because it is 4.
It comes to $10.20 altogether.
10.20? All righty. The exact change. 5, 10... saved my life.
Let me help you.
Oh, you're brave. You're very brave.
Well, over-anxious would be a little more like it.
No, I mean, there aren't many people who would help a stranger in trouble. You know, you sort of restored my faith in human nature.
That's okay. It's part of my job.
Job?
I hope I don't destroy your illusions, but the commissioner assigned me to watch out after you.
Well, in that case, you should have got here sooner. Pick up my stuff.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get a good look at the driver, sir. My angle was bad, and there wasn't much light in the car.
Agatha, did you get a look at the driver?
No, it all happened so fast.
It was a new car, dark red, new plates. I couldn't make them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sam, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No, I don't want the money. I don't want anything to do with it.
Well, you don't even have the money yet.
Even if I don't have the money, I don't want it.
You're just upset, Agatha.
I'd say scared to death is more like it.
Don't say death to a scared person.
Maybe we now can prevail upon you to stay a little closer to home.
Commissioner, I'm going to call Mr. Halstead. I don't want to be next in line for the money. I don't even want to know what happens to it.
Why don't we decide that when you feel better?
No, I have to do it now. I won't feel better until I do. Hello, Mr. Halstead? This is Jenny's Aunt Agatha. Well, I hate to cause any more problems, but I'm afraid you're going to have to do a little more paperwork. But I don't want to be in the will. Because somebody tried to kill me, that's why. Yeah, I'll sign anything. Thank you. Ah, there. Now I feel more like a real person again.
Are you sure you're not going to regret this, Agatha?
Me? Not a chance.
Oh, Mildred, what are you doing there? You scared me to death.
Just trying to get some sleep.
Oh.
Agatha snores.
Oh.
What's the matter? Couldn't you sleep either?
No. All I kept thinking about was Agatha's near miss.
And I keep thinking there must be a way to get Agatha to change her mind about keeping the money.
What about her personal safety?
Well, if she doesn't leave the premises, what safer place could there be for her than right here?
I don't know. You know, I think that greed is clouding your personal judgment.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's right.
What's going on down here?
Oh, Commish, I was just thinking there must be some way for Agatha to keep that money. I mean, she's throwing away a chance at a fortune.
Oh, you could solve the whole thing tomorrow.
Yeah, and then she wouldn't have lost a chance at the whole pie.
Right.
As long as you're talking about me, you mind if I sit down?
Agatha, you can't do it.
You mean I can't sit down?
No, you can't give up the money.
I've made up my mind.
So change your mind.
You want to see me killed or worse even?
What could be worse?
I can't think of a safer place for you to be than right here, right, Mac? Besides, now you'll have police protection. Right, Mac?
Well, and you'll feel crummy if you give it up. And furs, diamonds, the Riviera. You better think about it.
Nah, it's not worth it.
Men?
Men?
Handsome men?
You know, Mac could assign Sergeant Enright to be with you, follow you everywhere you go. Right, Mac?
Well, I could give up a couple of days. If I live long enough, it might be nice to be rich. Okay, that settles it. Everybody back to bed.
Mac? Let's go to bed.
Well, that's beginning to look very nice, Commissioner.
What's the matter?
Oh, Agatha just doesn't stop, sir. My feet are killing me. Oh, all that shopping, a hairdresser. She even bought a gym course.
You have my sympathies, Charlie. Believe me, you have my sympathies.
Thank you, sir. Anything new around here?
Oh, yeah. We located the parents of Jenny's boyfriend. They don't know where he is either. And he's moved from his last location.
And he was our only lead. Oh, well. I guess my coffee break is over. I've got to get Agatha back out into the stores. She wants to buy a new dress, something about a tea this afternoon.
Well, hang in there.
I'll try. Goodbye, Pete.
See you, Charlie. You know, Commissioner, now I remember who Nero Wolfe is. My wife buys every one of his records.
Well, I don't know why not. It's a great
No,
idea.
it's too dangerous.
Mac, I don't see
No.
what... Is it any more dangerous
Absolutely
than...
not.
Okay.
Now, that's fine.
Okay.
Mildred, is Agatha back yet?
She's still at the tea.
Let me speak to Sally.
Well, she's not here. She's supposed to be there with you.
She's not here.
Well, she left here a little bit ago and said she's going to meet you. Commissioner, is there anything wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. Thank you, Mildred. Oh, no.
Yes?
Mr. Halstead, there's a Miss Jennifer Carter here to see you.
Jennifer Carter? Yes, show her right in. I must say, young lady, that seeing you has been quite a shock.
Well, you can imagine how shocked I was to hear about those murders.
Well, it's been a rather tragic turn of events. You know, I'm not sure that if I were in your place that I'd have shown up at all.
Well, under the circumstances, Mr. Halstead, you can understand why. I would appreciate it if you would just expedite matters so I can claim my inheritance and go.
Well, there's not a whole lot that I can do to help you at this point.
Why, what do you mean? The money is mine.
Yes, I know. It's just that... Oh, Commissioner. Jennifer Carter, this is Police Commissioner McMillan.
We've met.
Yes, we certainly have.
As a matter of fact, I'm a house guest of McMillan's right now.
As a matter of fact, I just came over here to take little Jenny home.
Do you know that Mr. Halstead says that he won't give me my inheritance?
I said that I can't, Jennifer.
He's right. Until the murder's solved, the entire state's frozen.
That's right.
Well, we really have to run. Mrs. McMillan is waiting.
Have you met Mrs. McMillan? Mr.
No, I
Halstead?
haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, she is super. She is so sophisticated and so charming and so beautiful.
And totally predictable.
Oh, isn't it just like a husband? Well, I'll be hearing from you, right, Mr. Halstead?
As soon as possible, my dear.
Goodbye, Mr. Halstead.
Goodbye.
Mr. Samuels, since Mr. Halstead is legal counsel and trustee to Wilhelmina's estate, does he have access to the money?
None whatsoever. From the moment of her death, that money was locked. No one but the stated beneficiary can touch a nickel of it.
I see. Should there be no beneficiary, would he have the right to designate which charity the money would go to?
Totally out of his hands. When Wilhelmina Carter died, Halstead relinquished all of his discretionary powers.
I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Samuels. Oh, there is one other thing I'd like you to check for me.
I'd be glad to. Sit down.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Halstead, we've broken the case. Just this morning. Now, under the circumstances, there doesn't seem to be any reason to hold back awarding the estate to its rightful heir. Oh, yes, I'm positive. I have all the proof I need. I'll have Jennifer call you. All right. Who are you?
Rose,
Where's Maggie?
went to the dentist.
Oh. Locate Sergeant Enright for me immediately. Have him call me. I'm on my way to the airport.
Taking a trip? How nice for you.
Just call, will you please? Tell him I'll be in the helicopter.
Commissioner, what in the hell are...
Going somewhere?
Yeah, for a few days, but that's no reason to try and kill me.
Where are you going?
To Tahoe.
I wasn't sure whether you'd try to run or brazen through another murder.
Now, that's ridiculous. One minute, why, I'm going on a little trip, and the next I'm accused of murder. Be sensible, Commissioner. Why, I haven't got a motive. Shoot, I didn't even know them people. There ain't a way that I could possibly see a penny of that money.
There sure isn't. Because you lost it. You had control of the money before Wilhelmina's death, but you lost that too, her banker told me. Everyone thought the beneficiaries were going around knocking one another off while you were committing murder in order to hide the fact that there was no inheritance at all.
It looked like such a good deal. Of course, there were temporary setbacks, but if she hadn't have died, I'd have got it all back to her. Things just kind of got out of hand.
guess I have everything.
Yeah, and more. This is mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aunt Agatha?
I'm Mildred.
I'm Jenny.
Are you for real?
Of course. I have some wonderful news. George and I are married.
And poor. Oh, listen, look at them. Young, healthy, in love. Who needs money?
We have that, too.
Not anymore.
Don't worry, Aunt Mildred. George is in oil.
Oil?
May I come in?
Sorry, Commissioner. I'd like you to meet your Aunt Agatha.
Hello.
Hi.
We didn't know about Wilhelmina's death because we were in Europe on our honeymoon.
We eloped.
Eloped? Who eloped? Jenny did. Oh, George, Jenny, I'd like you to meet Mrs. McMillan.
Hello.
How do you do? You know, you're famous.
So I hear. And I can't wait to find out about everything.
Well, there was this other girl that showed up.
Would you believe I almost got shot? And I just barely escaped a burning boat. Then there was this man who's been romancing me. And he... Oh, Mildred, would you cancel my cab, please, dear? With family here, I'm sure I can arrange to stay another week. Oh, and this man has been romancing me. His name is Miguel. Very handsome. He took me to the Spanish restaurant. It was so romantic.
Cancel her cab, will you?
আব্বা আম্মায় যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই?
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। এই, আসো। এই, কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে, আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসায়? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাবাড়ির সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করা 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি বাড়ো। আচ্ছা, দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য, তোর দিয়ে সেটাও হবে না। তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও?
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মায় যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা? তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। আমি তোর ছোট ভাই হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই একটা মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ার কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আসো।
Mười 98 à? Ai, 98 ai? Phải bay một thanh rồi. What the hell boy? Rồi, bye bye. Nhà đi đâu qua? Rồi, phải đùa của bye. Kiếm tiền 36 thì đến 80 tỷ. 88 80 tỷ để vay 10 lần của chứng sĩ sinh hoạt kia. Của đời sinh cũng căng ấy. Của 37 ta lợi dụng á. Người thua. Tận đại. Xong rồi bay 36 mở cái bước lại nha. Hả? Không perfect. Chưa buồn đấy. Đó, đi. Đây, cút rồi. Cút rồi. Cút rồi. Chết rồi. Ui, xong đấu à? Lòng rất là mở trung tàu. Rồi 2 lần có thể đi, 3 lần có thể đi, 4 lần, 5 lần, 22 tiền tắt đợt nước màu này 39 tỷ năng lượng giống ngoài ở đây ạ, theo 1 tỷ năng lượng giống nhỉ. Cái gì vậy? Chỉ là nói nha. Tỷ năng lượng mà nó nên nhớ lượng vãi. Cái kiếm uy lực. Ui, bây giờ hút cút rồi tí vậy nam à bay chọn không vậy thầy ơi. Này đấy tên hai con kia đâu, hai con hút ly tại 59 màu rồi. Phải tiếp rồi. Phải tiếp hút lên đi. Đó. Đó. Không bay ở không tính. À. Mút rồi. Rồi mút rồi sẽ bay được 5 lần bay luôn. Chờ nó mệt lắm. Chờ đâu 5 quả kinh. Còn cái gì đấy là cứ chờ ngay đừng legendary của tao, what đi của tao đâu, what đi rồi Legendary đây rồi. Come on. Cộng tỷ sức mạnh. Watley nữa là đẹp, Watley nữa đẹp, Watley nữa đẹp, Watley nữa đẹp, Watley nữa đẹp. Đẹp được nhé. Là Legendary của bạn này sử dụng kinh khủng đấy. Ở cuối này, phần cuối này. Watley xanh lá, xanh lá, xanh lá, xanh lá, xanh lá. Được được. Cũng là xanh lá thật đấy. Là poison nhé. Nhau 1 2 3 4 là sẽ xịn lắm. Bình chế Watley này còn 9.000 thôi á. Đúng nhỉ? Rồi, quay Watley ra gì? Ui, 200k. What the hell? Lấy gì đấy? Kiếm mà. Lưỡi kiếm một bố. Hai 15k power. Trong đây là 9k. 9k 100k exit, 2k exit epic. Có gì kia là 9k exit.
Vestinho cortesia.
Khủng ấy, sắp tới 305 mà vẫn còn tận 48 máu. Sự anh hay sự kinh khủng đeo ấy. Có mấy vàng cho 5 vàng cũng đuổi. Rồi xong. Cái gì cơ? Cái gì cơ? Ở nhà thế lắp cái này cho thằng Red bình. Bình 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 sao ra rồi thiếu 100 nữa. Cụ thể là 66m nữa thì anh sẽ được một binh chi linh về tay. Ok thầy ơi, một binh chi linh về tay. Anh bay như một ác quỷ. Từ từ anh phải can xem thằng này mày em gì ở đây. What's up bro, Robocon. Cút. Mày cút. Mày đi. Đéo thắng mà. Ha. Trôn búa. Thắng này, tưởng đéo thắng. Em xanh PP à. Cút. Rồi thắng trích 3 và kiếm cho mình được 1 vàng lợi tức. Và đến giao xoáy anh sử một ác quỷ phai anh đã quay được 260 lap rồi, giấy mới chạm đất lần đầu tiên. Không, lần thứ 2. Đầu tiên thì đã đép phải chỉnh. Thôi đánh sói cái đánh như tía thầy Nhật Độ sao? Thầy sẽ chỉnh cái thằng này một chút thôi. Vào mày. Xoay lộn cho thầy. 2 lần thầy vua chỉnh. Không như vậy. Nhanh vậy. 3 lần. 4 lần. Một lần đầu tiên là 5. 6 lần. 6 lần. 7 lần. 7 lần à. 7 lần 70%. 70%, 136 củ khoai. Sao có 2 đồ này. Mút hết đồ tao. Ê, sao đem máu hoài vậy cụ make bro. What the hell. Cút lên, một thằng ở đây. Một đai máu hoài vậy, tỷ cái đai máu đấy. Ít nhất là 4 cái đai máu rồi. Thầy phải reverse nha. Reverse lên 6.8 mà vậy sẽ kiểu 800. Uầy, mỗi lần reverse xong tăng 100 triệu giá. Càng mỗi reverse xong tăng 100 triệu giá thua ấy. Đừng có 5 giây chưa vậy. Rồi giờ mới được 5 giây. Sấy. Sấy đéo chết được một chết. Ai da. Kinh khủng vậy. Thôi không chơi đâu. Hay quá rồi mà. Ok. Cút lên. Thôi mượn tiền này một tí. Ui ra xét rồi. Rồi xong. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game. Tiện dồn ra xét là chết 7 hả? Trồn đầu chết 7 luôn chứ. Rồi anh sẽ cộng được là 86 triệu cho bản thân của mình. Anh đã bị trừ hay sao? 100 triệu à, thiếu tận hơn 60 triệu nữa. Thực sự có thể bớt nổi không? 7 đinh mạnh rồi, bình. Mày đi 7 đinh mạnh rồi. Và có cả hiệu thần rừng anh không chơi đâu. Anh không chơi đâu. Kha. Mày. Cái gì đây? Bình. Ra 4 tiền gì đây không? Rồi, xong thế thôi. Đơn giản. Xong mấy ngày sai thread nữa xong. Rồi sai thread nữa xong. Xong. Thế thôi, đơn giản thôi, cuộc sống chỉ còn thế thôi là đủ. Đầy và đủ. Một cái top 1 mới à. Wow. Xếp tiền đến 8 ấy, 70 tiền à. Mình xếp 100 tiền trước. 160 tiền ấy. Mèo ở đâu? Bên 8 là 4 mấy à? 48 à? 48 128 tiền. Từ giờ đến giao chim. Giao chim ra 1 tỷ đồ của anh vừa nốt đồ của anh, nốt đét, nốt cho mỗi 2 đồ giao xoáy chôn. Rồi perfect 1 này. Mày để anh lái. Uầy, cái thằng này nhìn đẹp đấy. Pharaoh Cast có khác. Có Pharaoh Cast binh. Được. Không lái rồi. Anh phải phóng cho con Mustang. Nhầm tí nó xóa. Tí thầy nhót này mày. Bình tĩnh, tự tin và tự tin. Bình. Rồi bài cái nổ bùm luôn mà, sự là khỏe đấy. Nhưng mà thầy xây bài ấy, mình chia sẻ. Có Saza hả? Có Rakan. Vậy át này binh xong là át luôn mà. Sao có xin ra ấy, nhưng mà anh đéo dùng rồi. Ui xét này. Xét đây là vài cảnh đẹp đéo chịu được. Không sao đây ơi. Bay cho đời. Quay đều. Quay ui. Con lắc rồi sao cút. Mày đi. Xong rồi có át rồi. Ngày đánh bài va vẫn. Sao ra còn bài đẹp phết. Định mạnh cái xét này. Ui bình điết. Xét là mình sẽ thiếu là một cái cung mà. Cung với cung một con Kizana hoặc là một dòng con Nautilus để lấy cái thú tượng để cho in nào. Còn cung không? Còn cung lấy đồ cho art trước đi thầy. Ui, rồi xong nhặt nhầm đồ. Ha. What the hell man. Nhặt nhầm đồ. Thế mà cũng đòi lái xe. Đùa tao à? Đùa tao không vậy. Thế mà cũng một cộng một ending trốn ngủ không? Trốn thấy không? Cinderella này cút, có một cút, đều hiểu. Nhặt ngu đấy. Ngu đấy. Ở đây. Rồi xong. Sao có thằng này đây nhỉ? Thì vậy có ai mà phải có cái thằng này đây nhỉ? Đúng rồi. À, 14 rồi mà, cút. Nè. Xong. Chịu rồi, nhặt nhầm đồ lúa tắc ngủ nó máu nhỉ. Rồi xem đi. Trời ơi, không ai nhận được cái gì. Tôi nhận không? Ở đây. Vòng quay may mắn, vòng quay vô cực. Anh 2 vòng à? Quay đều ra cái pet đỏ ai đi, ra cái pet đỏ. Đi ra qua. Đi quay được vào pet Omega. Chịu rồi, tí vào lừa tao. Đi qua mà trồn lại đi qua. Trồn tố bố. Đi trồn tao, đi xin à? Đi xin chuẩn không vậy? Rồi xong, bình. Xong, thắng. Không thắng. Suýt thắng. Quả phe bắn được phết nhưng mà suýt thắng thôi. Phải bay tốc độ cao ấy. Bay tốc độ cao luôn. Sợ cái gì? Cút. Bắn này phải. Có cái ấy này, có cái đấm cho xét bình. Đây chứ phải gỡ đồ của thằng này ra. Gỡ đồ thằng này và cho xét thực sự bình không? Nó cầm con này vẫn được, nhưng mà gỡ đồ nó ra cho xét à? Được trai nhở? Ui, trai điếc. Giảm hưu nhở? Có quá hưu này, giảm hưu đi. Mày hưu bố gái. Giảm hưu luôn. Át à? Ê, trùng bài nha. Sao ngày tiên nhận át làm chí? Có đánh bài tớ không? Có đánh này át nó choáng, con lắc có choáng, khó chịu đấy. Thôi thua. Át con lắc có choáng thì khó chịu đấy. Kéo thua. Bé ngu à? Con lắc át là bạn yếu nhở? Át 1. Của mình là tích lỗi tại lâu chứ. Thua. Đi thắng, con ao ngu khỏe quá. Có một đồ on. Sự khó đấy. Át này. Để chất 8 mà để nhét 4 lấy vào này. 8 là cần cho qua mỏi. Chất 9 thì con xin vào xong. Xin ra vào nữa. Định mệnh. Đúng rồi, định mệnh. Xin ra vào bình. Định mệnh sư. Rồi bay tốc độ cao, anh ác quỷ mà, anh hóa ác quỷ lobby World 2. Rồi chỉ gọi anh là bố. Anh là bố của lobby World 2. Ai à? Một đồ à? Rồi một đồ ánh sáng. Cùng đao không? Cùng đao. Ui. 20% tốc đánh là truy xuyên phá à? Đây đâu? Đây không phải là ôi trời. Thôi xong rồi. Mong là có bắn ra. Biết nháy mà mong có bắn ra. Đấy. Phải thủ tượng. Mong có bắn ra. Anh lỡ nhặt nhầm rồi. Không có 36 máu chứ. Độ 3 tổng 9 à? Nếu biết sống không. Rồi, anh được 382.
তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আটকা মায়া মনে সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ। বইলাইছো শেষবার মতো চুলদারি আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
ও বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে?
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়ব। সরেন।
আরে ভাই নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম। জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই। কি করছিস?
এটা কি করলি তুই মামা বলতো? শেষ পর্যন্ত ওই হাবলু মামার কাছে।
সরি বলছি তো, মিস্টেক হয়েছে। আর এটা খেলা না, খেলাতে হার জিত থাকি।
এই কথা তুই বলতেছিস? 3 বারের চ্যাম্পিয়ন নিলয় বলতেছে এই কথা, শেষ পর্যন্ত খেলায় হার জিত থাকেই।
হ্যাঁ বলতেছি, এবার হয় না আগামী বার হইব। আর শোন, আমাদের না বয়স বেশি হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে? এখন এটা জুনিয়রদের করা কাম, আমরা অনেক সিনিয়র হয়ে গেছি।
এই দাঁড়া জুনিয়র, হ্যাঁ? কোন অ্যাঙ্গেল ওই হাবলু মামার তো জুনিয়র মনে হইলো কত দেখি? এই কথা শোনার পরে ওই হাবলু মামা সানফ্লাওয়ার তেল মাইরা ঠিক ঠিক করে হাসবো। তুই এমন একটা কাজ করছিস মামা, এলাকায় মুখ দেখানোর মতো অবস্থা থাকলো না।
টাকা দিতেছি, একটা কাজ কর, বোরকা কিনা পিন্দা ঘুরতে থাক, ঠিক আছে? এলাকায় আর মুখ দেখাইতে হইব না।
দাঁড়া, আমার মনে হইতেছে কেউ তোরে তাবিজ করছে। তুই কখনো তো এই কথা বলার ছেলে না, কি হয়েছে কত?
কোনো তাবিজ টাবিজ কিছু না। আর শোন, আনোয়ারের রহিম বাবুর ছেড়ে আনতে পাঠাইছিলাম, কই হয়?
ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। আনোয়ার কই?
ভাই পাটায় কই জানি গেল গা ভাই? কামটা কি হলো ভাই? কালে গেম রাইডা গেলেন?
যাওয়ার হইছে, কাজের কথা আসি। লাইলির পার্টিতে কাচ্চি করে দিব।
না ভাই পারুম না, মাফ করে দেন ভাই। আপনার লেগে আমার জানা আছে, রুমের লেগে আমি ভাই কাচ্চি বাচ্চি রাখতে পারবো না ভাই।
তুই কি কর? রহিম ভাই মাথা ঠান্ডা, মাথা ঠান্ডা। তোমাদের ছাড়া হইব না তো বিষয়টা। এমন কাচ্চি খাওয়াই ফিরব, মনে করো 7 দিন যাতে কেউ বাথরুম থেকে বাইর না হইতে পারে। বুঝছো না বিষয়টা? পারো না? যাও এবার রেডি করে গিয়া যাও তাড়াতাড়ি।
একটু বড় খবর হইব।
তোমরা আমগুলোকে বইতা।
আরে আমরা তো খাবোই, আগে আপ্যায়নটা করে নেই। পুরান ঢাকার ট্রেডিশন তো আপ্যায়ন করা, কি মামা?
আইতো দুষ্ট লাইনে আইছো, এরকম লাইনে থাকলে তো কোনো সমস্যা হইতো না। খুব তো কইছিল খেলার কথা, এখন বুঝছো খেলা কি?
এখন একদম ক্লিয়ার মামা। আপনার একটু কাছে দিই। আলু দেই, আলু আলু।
না না আলু না, গোস্ত দাও, গোস্ত দাও।
এই যে গোস্ত দেই।
অনেক মজা হয়েছে। এই লাইলি দাও, লাইলি দাও।
আলু
ল ল ল ল লাইলি ল। তুমি লইবানি?
খাইতাম, মজুর তো।
তুমি একটু খাও।
সবাই আমগুলোকে খাইতাম।
আরে খাবো তো, খাবার তো আছে।
আমগুলোকে খাও।
আরে মামা খান তো। আছে, কিছু লাগলে বললেন কিন্তু।
মজা হয়েছে।
আসলে
না, তুলো গোস্ত ল।
এইবার লইয়া কয়বার হয়েছে?
ভাই 5 বার।
তোমার এত করে কইছি যে একটু কম কম খাও, মাংনা খাওন পাইলে হুদাই হামাম করে খাও।
দুলা ভাই আমি তো মাগনা খাওয়ান খাই ভাই, আমরা তো বাজেতে জিতছি, আর আমি তো পরিমাণ মতোই খাইছি। বিশ্বাস করেন দুলা ভাই, আমি নিশ্চিত ওরা খাওয়ানোর মধ্যে কিছু মিশাইছে। লাইলিও তো পরিমাণ মতো খাইছে, ওরা তো পেট নামছে শুনছি।
হ্যাঁ, মানুষের আর খায় কাম নাই, তোমার খাওয়ানোর লোকে কিছু মিলাইছে।
ভাই আপনি জানেন না, ওরা অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস, অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস দুলা ভাই। ওরা প্রত্যেকটা ধরে ধরে ফাঁসি দেওয়া উচিত দুলা ভাই। আমি খালি একটু সোজা হয়ে দাঁড়াইলি, তারপর দেখেন আমি রাজপথে নামবো, রাজপথে নামবো, আমি আন্দোলন করবো ওকে ফাঁসির লিগা।
যাও যাও, তুমি তোমার কামে যাও, আমি তোমার লেগে কেড়ে বয়ে থাকো।
আপনি একটু বহান ভাই।
Cái gì vậy? Ui dồi, nháy tới 2 lần. Chuẩn được không? Chuẩn không vậy chấm? Chuẩn đét cho thôi. Chuẩn và đét. Như phi công vậy. Ok, bay tiếp, bay cao. Thu hay sao nhỉ? Thu hay sao ấy? Thôi. Thằng Zena bắn đau lắm, Zena 2 đồ rồi. Chịu. Zena Sojin mấy cả cuồng đao đấy hiểu. Vội vậy chồng. 6.8 à, vậy sẽ lên 7. Ok. Đằng nào phải đắp cho thờ red mà. Thôi đừng nói chung với nhau đây. Mèo 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 mèo. Trốn mày trốn. Lâm định mạnh nghe, lắp phần này vào xong mạnh định từ cái xếp tiền nhé, thế thua cũng được không nào. Bạn cũng khỏe nhưng mà chúng nó còn quỷ hơn cơ. Đéo sao Zanna 2 đồ. Đéo chịu được. Quỷ đó chịu. Trùng bài không vậy? À, kiếm tiền, tiến kiềm 138m, sự là nhiều ấy, không bay nữa thì thôi. Máy đẹp đét 400 mà 2 này quá 03, thử để mình nghĩ chợ hay sao, chưa đến lượt 4 này 117 à? Sẽ là một cái Sojin đi. Ok, quyết định sẽ lấy một cái Sojin đi. I'm go here. 707 triệu sẽ được lên 6.8. Tốc độ sẽ được mắc ping không? Quỷ ác quỷ phi phai tốc độ bù đắc bù nào. Mấy thằng này có một chút game thôi chứ. Thằng này rebirth 163 lần. Kê vậy. Sojin thì con này hợp lý hơn này. Nhanh này là con bên kia nhưng mà đợi đồ bình tĩnh. Vội vậy. Xếp đủ rồi hả? 46 à? Đấy nó chỉnh cài nhót. 2 giờ 208 gì 4 giờ đi học. Chuẩn không? Mai học xong nhớ làm gì? Muốn đi tập. Đây muốn tập sáng, tối tập tiếp. Trốn không? Nhiều record này, ngon. 300 440 mà 440 lap đi record. 50 lap 450, 150, 150, 150, 450, 451, 452. Được không? Đéo được, xít được. Zanna thực sự nhiều ấy. Bây giờ phải được 5 round thắng cơ thì mới được cộng 2 đồng. Là một round chỉ cộng bao nhiêu? Từ 2 đến 4 chỉ cộng 1 đồng thôi. Nghèo đét. 1,6k 138m. Mắc. Đi bác. Vụ ơi tôi bình quá. Không được. Phải quay nốt. Ê sao đéo lên thời đét 2 cho mình kìa. Này thua rồi, tài khỏe đấy. Chịu rồi. Êu, cái gì kia có dòng ánh sáng. À, bắn ra một cái đồ ánh sáng ngẫu nhiên à, chịu rồi. Dòng ánh sáng thì thua. Chịu. Thầy thua. Thầy chấp nhận. Ai rồi cũng phải thua thôi. Nhưng mà thua không hay đâu. Ai rồi cũng phải thua thôi. Mày perfect 300 mấy lap vậy. Em quay anh ác quỷ này. Cheers. Nổi không? Nổi không vậy thầy? Nổi không? Ôi kìa, đâu được. Perfect rồi. Ôi hỏng rồi, hỏng rồi, hỏng. Một lần thôi. Rồi, hay. Anh sợ đấy nhé. Soraka cút. Cái đéo ở đây. Một cái giáp máu á. Cái đéo ở đây. Ôi đéo ở đây. Nhào đấy. Thầy lái. Mình thắng. Nghe cái trường. Mình thắng. Mày 10% nữa. Mày ngã. Mày ô không được. Đùa tao. Xuống không. Xuống vậy bạn ơi. Nếu được rồi. Chọn dấu vậy. Không được rồi. Lại lệch kìa. 10 đây. Đó. Nếu được tiếp à? 3 củ 59 là xem được bao nhiêu nhá. 3%, 4 và 66 cũng được. Át này. Sẽ át từ này rồi. Ê, chơi xong rồi, đánh trùng bài rồi, thằng này ấn tử thần ạ. Không sao thầy ơi, mình dồn trước là được. Át sự thanh hóa. Bây giờ nói bàn. Xong rồi, xoay bài tự động. Đấy mới khám. Chuẩn chỉ đấy, chuẩn chỉ mà xoay bài tự động. Go. Binh chi linh gọi thầy ơi. Nhót không? Nhót, đét. Cho tao. Ngao vậy. Vẫn đang may, anh vẫn đang nhảy. Thắng mà. Let me show you darkness. Sai đều. Thầy lái vô à? Sao? Captain Vietnamese. Captain Việt Nam. Máy. Capture. Chuẩn không vậy bạn ơi. Chuẩn. 2 lần này. 2 lần. Đó, không 3 lần. Lại nữa ta thầy mình tính. 3 lần này. 3 lần 1 lần là 4 này. 5 lần này. 5 lần. 6 lần. 6 lần. Được 6 lần. 5 lần. Rồi 5. Chuẩn đi. Ngon. Còn một cái cung xanh nữa. Đây đi. Bài còn gì nhỉ? Có bài yêu đét. Long Vương à? Yêu đét sao còn nhiều máu đấy. Xuân vậy, thầy chưa chạm đất 49 rồi, xong lần này là quay một vòng rồi. Mình tại không may mắn rồi nên là đến từ bao nhiêu quay được người thôi. Phải có may mắn cơ mới thích lâu. Mình gọi khỏe phết đùa. Không có Guardian Carry mà vẫn hold Guardian à? Thực sự là cầu nguyện không vậy? Thực sự là cầu nguyện ra Guardian không? Cái thằng lái xe này. Đấy, xe bay rồi. Xe bay nhưng mà vẫn cần bánh. Sự nhót không? Nhót đó. Mày nhót không? Ui Galio rồi. What the hell? Ui nó ở kia. Thì không quan tâm. Cho Galio rồi. Để Galio ngoài. Chưa cần lắm. Cũng xịn đấy. Nhưng mà thiếu xe lát. Để từ xe lát nữa là xong. Perfect tiếp à? Thêm không? One more. Ê, 135 xuống 126 kìa. Nó reset. One more này. One more. One ai không được. One more. Không one more à? Quả đấy. Ê, được rồi. One more. Two more. Hãy Sibasikira. Nope. Mày bay 54 à? Thực sự là 5 củ ấy nên là 50%. Quay đều, quay đều, quay đều. Cái gì đấy? Không skip được, quên mất. Có thể về qua kia thì bay bay thì kiếm tiền rebirth quá mạnh. Ra một tuổi mà rồi lên qua 4, cứ chỉ qua 4 cho tôi vậy, chôn tôi à? Vẫn thắng à? Sửa bay là tỷ vong. Anh ác quỷ rồi, hóa ác quỷ rồi. Từ ngày em đi anh hóa thành ác quỷ Ride ở Car Simulator. 22 củ à? Anh sẽ bay được tầm 400 củ, 450 thì mới lên cấp tiếp theo được. Sửa binh chi linh ấy. Nhanh mà nhẹ, ui bay nhanh đét, tốc độ sửa vua. Tốc độ sửa vua ấy, tốc độ sử dụng một đẳng cấp Pro VIP. Chuẩn không vậy? Thắng được không vậy? Rồi còn mỗi quân cho gát sẽ làm chi? Còn mỗi cho gát làm chi? Cho gát 2 mũ thích nghi à? Làm chi? Ui thổi đau phết, đùa. Ê nó thắng được cái cút đấy. Ê nó thổi chết Zone này. Không chết được. Có 2 cái mũ kia đéo chết được. 2 mũ đấy chỉ kích thêm sát thương theo. Xong rồi. Quả chém cái nào của mình rồi, chắn luôn. Đi chợ 100 máu bốc lửa. Đồ Zone này cái cục đấy sự xịn không? Bắn là chắn à? Đồ cổ này 15% hút báo chủ sở đồng minh được đấy. Cạnh ui mất lắc rồi. Còn những con cục vàng. Lấy một cục vàng đi. Rồi chạy lấy cái này. Ha sorry. Mày bay cao, một lần bay được tầm 40 triệu